Nope, door's gone.
Where am I?
What is your need?
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. I'm your host, Innkeeper, and this is your live call and talk show all about the Wheel of Time. And what is our need? Our need is we're going to talk about season 3, episode 8. Oh, it says after show, but we're breaking it down. I thought I had changed that, but I had not. I was like, there's no way I'm not like showing that. Like at least I don't know. I'm going to pull people. How many times is the Innkeeper going to show this on the stream tonight? But to talk about all of the finale and maybe all of season 3, I have 3 wonderful people with me. Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern, Qualis to Die, and Dana Lou Zul is here. Welcome, all. I like this. Innkeeper, you forgot to set a price. I know, I forgot.
You know what that means.
The price is season 4. Well, the need is season 4. There you go. Yeah, what a panel, right, Beth?
Yeah.
What a panel. Yeah, it's I am like so like excited and pumped up. And yeah, I think like I'm just gonna go with reactions. Like your like initial you watch the episode, what was your first reaction? Maybe Zoo, let me go to you, what was your first kind of like the season has come to an end, you've watched the finale. Go ahead.
My first reaction was just kind of in awe that we got some of the things that we got, like that we were hoping for, but some of them were even better than I thought they would be. And some of the things that I had predicted, I'm like, oh, called it. And
Yeah.
those are so much fun. And then my mind immediately went to, ooh, what does that mean for next season or the season after that? Like my brain just went on overdrive after a little while, and which is exactly where we want it to be, planning for the next season. So
Yes.
I'm just happy. I'm happy.
Yes, I mean, I think I was listening to your review, Lauren, and I had not seen your season 3 non-spoiler review, but I saw the episode. I listened to the episode 8 one, and you talked about the cliffhanger aspect of it. That there's so many like things, and you're like, can I like find out? I mean, Qual, I see your like, was that your like like there's so many things happening, and you just want to know more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
like now.
Right. Yeah. When I first watched the episode, I was so shocked by some of the things that happened that I wasn't paying the closest of attention at the end. And I missed some of the tiny little clips at the end that set up a few things for the next season. For example, that little shot at the end of Fail, Bane, and Chiad looking over the White Cloak camp.
Right.
Totally missed that. Or Nynaeve and Min and Elaine and Matt on the Seafolk ship. By the way, Tom wasn't there, right? That concerns me. But anyway, so I missed those little shots when I first watched it. All I remembered was Alcar Dal because it was epic and incredible. And so I genuinely was like, wait a minute. So we're not even going to see Matt with the spear. We're not going to see Matt attempt to go back through the doorway to get more answers. We're not going to see, Nynaeve facing Moghedien. There were like a bunch of things like that my initial reaction was, okay, season 4 has to pick up immediately where season 3 left off.
Right.
Then when I calmed down, rewatched the episode, I was like, oh, they actually did set up that time has passed, that they're back on the ship. They've left Tanchico, that Elida's in Swan's study taking over. And like, there were some things I just did not catch. And so now my new theory is they're going to pick up season 4 with another time jump, which we can talk about later. But
yeah. Just so, we're talking about the whole season. We're talking about season 4. There is no Wheel of Time TV show spoiler limit here. So if you're here,
okay,
you're going to, I mean, right? Like we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about Rafe's Q&A. If you didn't see that, we'll jump to that. We're going to talk about what Josha, if you haven't seen the interview that Innkeeper and I did with Josha, check that out. That is full book spoilers. It's also full season 3 spoilers, and we may reference that too, as well as our chat with Sharon Gillum earlier today. I mean, all of this happened in the last like 24 to 48 hours, which is just crazy. And Innkeeper, do you have the Robert Strange interview queued? Because I might show that later, because I mean, Robert Strange is cool and he's Eelfin, so totally would love to show that too. But yeah, there's so many things to kind of go over. But yeah, in terms of spoilers, pretty much all of the show, and then we'll still keep it book 5 for the start here for the next hour or so, maybe. And then go into full book spoilers later when we kind of dig deep and look towards season 4 more and more. But I saw this earlier. Where did it go? I saw a lot of this, but this I thought was Shay Love 97. My heart breaks for Siuan, right? Like there were some like heavy moments this season, right? We've had I mean, just thinking back, like season 2 with Egwene, right? That was a heavy episode. But we've now had 2 episodes with a very kind of, central character in the Wheel of Time books with Loyal and now Siuan, who are dead.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Days Conger.
I mean,
I was confused.
Oh, Tasha, Dave.
I mean, like. I was trying to like not remind people that Days is also gone, but we've had we've had 2 major deaths that had not happened by this time. So I do think just talking about Siuan, maybe with the whole season 3 arc and kind of her battle in the White Tower with the coup. Lauren, let me go to you first. Initial reactions to that.
Oh, I mean, devastated. Just, it was so heartbreaking to see Siuan die. And one thing I did not catch was when she died, the way that Moiraine, the oath that Moiraine was bound to related to Siuan was released, which is how Moiraine knew that Siuan died. That was something that someone had to point out to me. I did not understand that. And I mean, this is another one of those things. It comes full circle. What a beautiful choice in season 1 to have Siuan and Moiraine make that oath, which felt a lot like a marriage vow to me. And then, but it was almost that much more heartbreaking because Siuan literally felt her death with the oath being released. And so, yeah, for initial reactions, just heartbreak, devastated. But I can't help but feel that the way that she went out and the way that someone pointed out, she died on her feet, which just, what a way to go. The moment Elida walked in, Siuan stood and she defied her with her last breath. And I couldn't help but think of the Aiel saying, with teeth bared, spitting in Sightblinder's eye.
Yeah.
I think at the last breath, like that defiance in her, as devastating as her death was, it was so beautifully handled in my mind.
Oh yeah. I think the way I thought of it after the fact is like, there was only one Amerlin in the hall at that moment, and it was Siuan Sanche. Like, yes, Elida had the spectacle and everything, and she had won over the. Oh, by the way, if you had not seen our Sharon interview, Sharon actually said that the stole that Elida has, or whatever version of stole they use, did not have blue in it, so the blue has been removed.
Oh.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes. So they made that choice
out of the books.
Yes, exactly. So they made out. They've done that, even though we may not have seen it or noticed it yet. So yeah, but I thought that Siuan was the Amerlin, right? She was on her feet. She defied. She was like, it's like, who am I? I'm daughter of the river. Like, you cannot burn me.
Yes.
I will defy
Water
you
itself.
Yeah. I will defy you, and I will stand by what I think is the right thing. Like, because this is the just thinking of her arc in this season. She stood by her. Like, I saw Guitarra. Like, she mentions it with Moiraine, and this is the task, and this is the price. I think that that she probably knew that was coming. I don't know if she knew that was coming, but like she'd been stilled at that point. She'd been beaten, but she still stood up and
Yeah.
you know, it's like it kind of goes to like the what she said to Matt, like heroes do what you know heroes only do what they have to do, and that's
Yeah.
she stuck to it. Liana came to her
Yep.
and you know said, hey, you be careful, and she's like, I think this is important, you know, and I'm going to stand for it. So yeah, I think that standing for what you believe in was really cool. Koala, did you have, you know, yeah, or Zul, did I see your hand go up there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we from the themes of episode 7, you know, basically what do you stand for and doing the right things is carrying over. And we also we're, you know, seeing that with Siuan telling that to Matt. We have that with Loyal. We have it like we had with Perrin, like it's a running theme that we've had. And one of the things that I really appreciated about Siuan did at that moment was she said, not only she said, you know, all those names, but she said, I am Aes Sedai. And then she called Elida. She did not say mother. She didn't call her the Emerald Seat. She said Elida, because she knew in that moment that basically it was a stolen thing. I do think that the show did an excellent job of setting this up and to set up at the very least her being deposed and stilled. I've been predicting for a long time that that rather than keep this actor on later, you know, and maybe not have her around as much or doing as much, that they could potentially, you know, kill off this character. And I had also heard somebody else talking about the whole Moiraine oath thing, about Moiraine. How would Moiraine potentially know that Siuan died? And we talked about that oath a bit, that you know, whoever thought of that first, because I think I don't know, I think I heard it from someone else. Maybe it was Three Wheeling or someone else. I heard them talk about it. And
you watch too many Wheel of Time things, and you're like, I don't know where it came from.
Yeah, where it came from. Yeah, but I do think that Sofia Canedo's performance at that last was just incredible.
I'm trying to find Rafe's Rafe brought up a few different things here. I think
the WatchSeries.com article has it all really clear.
Yes, and as much as I love Watch series, I didn't go there, so that I don't know what that says about me. So yeah, and just talking about, you know, the choice. Let's just, you know, talk about Rafe was asked about that. And
I have that in front of me if you want me to read that.
Yeah. So what is your excuse, my guy, for killing Siuan and not giving her the story she deserves? Sophie and I discussed it a lot and felt this was the best time for the character to leave us. We have plans for who will take on her main story as the books move forward, but also it's not the last time we see Siuan if the show continues. So that's an interesting. Very interesting thing there. And this is another question. Are we gonna be able to see the magnificent Sofia Canedo again? Hopefully. You can probably already tell from how we set it up, but we've got plans for the Moiraine Siuan endgame that I've loved to put on the screen, as it's something we can only do in the Wheel of Time. You can probably already tell from how we set it up. I can't tell. So maybe like I'm just missing the obvious, but Koala, Lauren, Zul, like is there what is the theory here, or what is Rafe trying to point towards as far as the Moiraine Siuan endgame?
I mean, how deep spoilers can we go here? First of all,
right? That's
okay.
That's
put a pin on
starting
it.
Point.
So, but Sophie, Endgame.
But so yeah, the fact that they've built, at least in their writing, to a
With Loyal, they did something as well.
yeah. I mean that
So-
was kind of oh, this is interesting. Oh, where did my thing go? Oh, there it is. Uh, in the next turning. Okay, yeah, they definitely did talk about that. That is a good not satisfying though, right? Like
mean,
it's
in the dream.
I
dream,
have
there-
some thoughts.
okay.
So
but
Koala,
they're too
we haven't heard from
spoilery.
you.
Yeah.
You gotta, Koala. What do you think?
Well, they would be too spoilery for me to save it. Just when you say it like that, I do have some thoughts. But
Well,
I was definitely team Swan stilled, not killed. And when I was reacting to it, I was like, yes, I said that. And so it really came from left field because I didn't expect them to still her, torture her, and then kill her. I thought it was going to be done in one.
Yeah.
And it just set up how it hit so hard the character Elida is becoming.
Heartless. And
Just, if you had any doubts about Elida, we know she's not Black Archer, but if you had any doubts about how ruthless she is going to be just going for what she says is right.
Can I
No
just say
doubts
though,
now.
one of the things that I loved about that end sequence for Swan is how scared Elida looked. When
Yeah.
Swan defied
Yeah.
her and just was straight up
Oh
like,
yeah.
basically chewing her out.
Yeah.
Elida looked scared. And it was Alviarin who coolly just was like, well, no, you were already sentenced to death. Killed her.
Yeah.
It almost gave me this moment of that was the point of no return for Elida. I don't know. I got this glimpse that maybe she was almost convinced by Sophie or by Swan.
Oh,
and
interesting.
And then Alviarin's like, no. We got to this point. We're doing this.
Yeah.
Alviarin's like, this is the logical choice.
All right.
Which is a great setup for their relationship.
Right.
Yes.
That's
Right.
Exactly.
Because right at that very first point,
You can see who's in
Alviarin
charge.
has actually jumped in and said, this is how it is.
Yeah.
And
Elida was
so,
scared.
Yeah, cool. I like that,
Yeah.
Lauren.
Well, and another
Yeah.
thing to point out is she straight up said, like, this is going to go bad for the tower if you don't back the dragon. And she knows that for a fact. And she said, I can't lie because I am an Aes Sedai.
Yeah.
Whether or not book canon is involved with all that, there are things that happen to people who are stilled. I think that they're doing away with that concept. Maybe not. We don't know. But she was not lying in that moment. We know that the tower has to back Rand. And so it seemed to me like Elida felt that. Right. The other thing I was going to say related to that is, okay, I think this is book 5 spoilers. You said we can spoil through book 5, right?
Book 5, end of book 5, yes.
I'll be general about this, but there is precedent for 2 people falling in love every age. People who are born again and again.
That's what I was
to
thinking.
fall in love. And I wonder if that's maybe that story arc is being given to Siuan and Moiraine instead of 2 of the other characters that it's given to in the books. So I won't go beyond that. But
there are
that's
actually 2 pairs.
Theory.
There are actually 2 pairs in the books.
Who's the other pair?
One is more popular than the other. They come from the same place. We meet them in the same place.
It's like the funniest. Like, I am not spoiling, but do you
Beating
know
around the
that thing?
If you know, you know.
All right, I'm going to end this poll. Call. I'll come to you in a second. We put season 3, episode 8, and about 90% is between 8 or 9 or 10. So 45% 10 out of 10, no notes. 8 to 9, 46%, and then the kind of 6 to 7, 4%, and 5 under 2%. So almost 300 votes there. I am gonna. I said I was gonna ask this, but how many times is the Innkeeper gonna show? The Finn sequence.
See, the problem is you didn't have 9.5 out of 10. some notes as one of the options.
There you go.
I had trouble picking between 8 because I don't feel it's an 8 and I don't feel it's a 9, but I don't feel it's a 10 either. I think it's
I mean, have you come to the Dusty Wheel and polled before? Like, what did you expect?
Yeah.
All right. So how many times? So we've already done one, and that's it. Maybe only one. 2 to 4. No, actually, I'll just do 1, 2, 2 to 3, 4 to 5, more 6, and more. Okay.
So what's I haven't been able to watch reactions and things. What is the general consensus about the foxes, the Eoflin? Did everyone like that? Are people on the fence about that?
Okay.
I'm just wondering because you're mentioning it in your poll.
We'll come to it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious, like what everyone thought about that.
We're curious what you think about it too. But I like that you bring up Alviarin in that point, just to kind of complete that part. Rafe was asked us, is Alviarin going to have a larger role in the future? I was so afraid the show would end up cutting her. You can tell by hiring of Claire Ash that we have big plans for Alviarin. So clearly, like they've thought of that. The other thing,
I have questions about Liana.
Right?
Do we think Liana was held prisoner? Was she still? Was she let go? Did they just like hold her down so that they could deal with Siuan? Because there is one question that brings her up in the Rafe Q&A.
Yeah. Do you have that in front of you? Or
yes.
Okay. Do you want to mention that?
I have to ask: is Saladar in book 5?
Yes.
Does it start in book 5? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Lucky.
Okay. So the question was: big changes from the books in episode 8. Are we going to see Saladar providing renewal news? And the answer was: we have a lot planned for Saladar. There's a cut scene we will hopefully get to show someday of Rima, Varen, and Liana leaving the White Tower with a group of Aes Sedai to, quote, gather on the shores of the river where Siuan was born.
That's great.
Yeah, and my theory had been that Varen was going to be, the one to break Liana and Siuan out of the Two Rivers and the Two Rivers. What am I saying? Out of the
tower.
The tower. And I don't know, maybe they don't even have to break her out. Maybe she's not stilled. Okay. Maybe.
I mean, let's say she's stilled. I mean, there's the number of skulls that she will crack on her way out with a staff as she escapes. Like that is going to be epic to watch, right? Like, sure, the one power is great, but she can break break bones and skulls with that staff. So we don't know. They could go anywhere with it. I don't think they definitively showed us anything. Lauren, do you go one way or the other on this?
I mean, all we know is that she was shielded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she mourned as she watched Siuan die. We don't know what happened to her after that.
Oh, I think she saw the stilling. I don't think she was there at the death.
No. You're right.
Yeah.
Her reaction was to the stilling. You're right. So she was put away somewhere during the death.
Okay.
So I guess that to me, this is one of those things that they're leaving open. This is another thing that we don't often talk about the show is they don't just have to try to tell the story of the books and try to fit it into these limited episode counts and season counts, but they also have to leave their options open depending on, because they just don't know what they're going to get. So I think it's a really smart idea to not always give us definitive answers at the end of a season.
Yes.
If they if they're suddenly told, hey, you're getting 5 more seasons with 10 episodes each, then they can go, oh, we're doing the stilling plot line.
Mm-hmm.
But if they say you're only given 3 more seasons with 6 episodes each, then they're saying we're cutting the stilling plot line. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's really smart to kind of leave that open for now. Of course, I hope for it, especially related to certain things that happen in Saladar, which are beyond book 5 that I won't talk about. But I really want that plot line for a lot of reasons. And I think Liana would be the perfect choice to fulfill that for Siuan.
Yeah, I totally agree. Ashko, welcome. I only now just finished watching. What an episode! Yes, we agree. It was great. So I think the fact that the way that ended, you're right. There's so many ways they can build on it, or maybe have to condense it. But yeah, I think the Swan, it was shocking, heartbreaking for sure. Kind of hard to watch too, in terms of just the visuals of it.
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely.
but in terms of story writing going forwards as far as plot, I think they can, Rafe said so, right? So yeah, I think where I want to go next. I know, I forget who, someone said I have a timestamp for you to go at too.
I do.
Okay, all right, hold on for a second. I saw this other thing here, so let me just do that. Okay.
A very long time.
Where am I?
Aviendha and Rand. What is your need?
Okay. All right. Some kind of palate cleanser, is important. I just noticed I noticed it, but like I haven't looked at the nails are like the most fox-like in terms of that, like a limb or the end of a limb. Oh yeah. I don't know. I hadn't been noticing Matt's reaction, but he looked scared. Like he looked like I want mom. Oh, I was gonna say I want mommy, and that's just like no, because no, that's like no,
Too
like,
soon.
I know, no, but I didn't even think of it. I just like that's what you wanted. Like I need my mommy, But like, oh wow. So yeah.
The teeth.
Oh, the teeth
are terrifying.
I didn't think I could take teeth how they're described seriously, but I take those seriously. All right, let's what's the timestamp? Where do you want me to go?
Okay. When the Aiel are approaching Al-Khair, it's at 41:21.
Okay.
Rand is, I guess, maybe he's standing under a tent. Maybe this might be when Moiraine comes to talk to him. He looks at the horizon, and there's a silhouette of somebody there, and then it's gone.
We didn't
Like
ask.
maybe he looks away and looks back or something. Did y'all look at? Has anybody looked at this?
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yes.
What is this?
Rafe.
Somebody talk to me about it.
Rafe. Somebody should have asked Rafe. I was like, there was so much going on. It was like prepping for the what's her name, Sharon interview. So I like totally forgot that. So let me show you what Dana Lewis show everyone what Dana Lewis is talking about. This is.
I was like, is it Lanfear? Is it Ravine spying?
Hey,
like, what is going on?
Those are all. But yeah, hair is the kind of still. Yeah, let's try to see if we see anything. So
I see the dragon pin on the collar. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Now, is it someone looking towards or away? That's like the only like thing I can try to like.
Well, they seem to be walking towards because they kind of come out of almost like a mirage in the desert. They
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
appear to come closer a little bit.
Yeah.
So
then they disappear almost as fast.
Are you calling Rand mad? Is that what you're trying to say here?
That's another option.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Did you watch the episode?
Okay. I'm gonna make a change. I have to make a change. Let's go let's go book 6. We have to go book 6.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Book 6. Spoilers. till the end of book 6, because we're talking about this. We'll go full book spoilers, but just for this, I think we need to talk about it. So for the rest of the episode, until we say full book spoilers, this is going to be till the end of book 6. I'm just going to play this in the background, and so thank you, Zul, for bringing that up. But Koala, like, did you notice this on the first watch?
I did.
Okay, and what did you think? Like, did you think this was land fear? What did you think was going on here?
I noticed it and I thought, what? Who's that? And then more was happening.
Yeah.
But Lamphew's the only one that I can think of, unless that was our glimpse of the Eighth Forsaken. But I don't have anything coherent on this.
Oh, wow. I thought for sure this was Luz Theron. I like, it's got to be Luz Theron to me.
I mean,
I'm kind of surprised people think it's someone else.
Well, no, it's not. It's not that. Like,
why would it be Luz Theron?
Because in the show, he's going to be seeing Luz Theron rather than hearing him.
Okay, so that's his first.
So this is the beginning of him glimpsing.
Okay,
Luz
all right,
Theron.
I can go with that.
I mean, he's already seen Luz Theron, right? In season 1, he saw Luz Theron at the Eye of the World.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did.
I don't mean to be so definitive. I'm probably
yeah, that's
wrong,
what I was.
but to
I'm
me,
like, Lauren, like,
I'm sorry. Sorry, Koala. I love your theory. Sorry,
I was like, I really don't know.
I like this. No. All right.
All of the other things you could have asked me to weigh in on, you asked me to weigh in on the thing that I'm like.
We're gonna pull it. We're gonna pull who this is. But like, how many times did the Innkeeper show the fin sequence? 6 and more, 50%. Now, like, it's like, well, like, is this what you want, or is this what you expect? Wait, so
you've done it twice so far.
This is oh wait, LTT. What, where, why? So I'm gonna play it again, and the poll here.
Thank you, Dane and Chad.
Is the poll? Did you think this is LTT, or do you want to go for who do you think?
No, I would
is?
say who is the silhouette, and then ask like LTT,
yeah, like,
Forsaken.
I can't spell silhouette for the life of me on a poll. So who is the person? Rand.
Who was the
on
shadow?
The horizon?
The mirage. I don't know.
Horizon. That's hard too. Who did he see?
I would guess Lanfear, Ravine, because those are people that could be spying on him.
Okay.
Lanfear, Ravine, LTT.
Forsaken number 8.
Forsaken number 8. Yeah.
Someone else.
I mean, so
Forsaken number 8.
Forsaken number 8.
Good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We're only book 6, so there could be.
Did someone say Mazrim Taim? Did somebody say that? I didn't hear.
No.
The options.
It's a good one. Forsaken number 8, right? Forsaken number 8. That could be Forsaken number 8 / other channeler.
Okay.
Okay.
We're hedging it. Yeah.
Yeah. LTT. I mean, we need to give that one like other.
I know.
Yeah. 8th Forsaken. Actually,
okay.
Yeah, 8 Forsaken.
Sorry, I was only half paying attention because I was skimming through the episode to confirm a theory.
Okay.
Look at that shot again. Look at that shot again. Those are storm clouds, and storm clouds do not appear in the IEL waste until he channeled. So I skimmed through to see, are those clouds prevalent at any other point? And there are little wispy clouds and even maybe hints of storm clouds behind
Moiraine, but they're big,
during the fight. Those clouds are Rand is seeing the oncoming gathering storm. He is, in my opinion, he's almost foreseeing what he's about to do.
Oh, wow. I love that. I didn't notice the clouds when I was watching the episode, right? I noticed the person.
I literally only noticed it now.
When Anas started showing it to us now, I started looking and going, look at the size of those clouds. They couldn't be there.
Yeah, that's not IO waste clouds.
So I love what you've just said, Lauren. I love it.
No one has put Steve in there, by the way. So, I want to.
Steve.
Yeah, like
course.
Steve. It's like Steve. Like, oh, thank you.
He's
Uh,
Steve.
Yeah.
That looks like a male
Steve.
silhouette to me. I don't know. Either that or the person has to be wearing like a cape or something. Like there's
It almost looks like Rand. It looks like Josha. Like
Right.
like
It
who
does,
like
yeah.
like in terms of the shoulder, like
Oh,
yeah.
dang.
Such a vague outline. And
I
we're
just
picking
thought of
who it
the
is.
scene in Empire Strikes Back. Are we allowed to spoil Empire Strikes Back? It's only like 35 years old. Is that allowed?
yes, you're
The scene in Empire Strikes Back when when Luke Skywalker faces Darth Vader in Dagobah, and he sees his face in Darth Vader's mask.
mm-hmm.
When you said it looks like Rand,
yeah.
I'm thinking, is Rand going to see himself in Laudering in a way? You know, kind of interesting.
It's Shaq, obviously. Like obviously, it's Shaq.
obviously.
Wait, go back. I think I saw him dunking.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean that isn't like I don't think if anyone like I said like we didn't ask Rafe, but it's I don't think he would have answered it unless. I think the easiest answer is, well, you know what this is. And I think if he had said that, it would have been like, that's, I think, the answer he would have given. Hopefully, Rafe, if you're like, somehow listening to this, or someone else is listening, like maybe more Q&As would be a lot of fun. And yeah, I think this scene, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, are they going to like, is this the first we're seeing it in this episode and we'll see more? But I don't think this happened, right? Let's talk about Rand and Madness. It didn't seem like we've maybe heard voices throughout, but did the three of you hear like very distinct Rand being talked to or hearing voices in 8 at all? I see you all pretty much either
No,
thinking or shaking your
didn't.
yeah.
It doesn't mean
didn't.
he didn't, but I didn't hear it.
Yeah. I'm thinking the times when I did hear voices was hearing the eelfin sound when Elida comes out of the doorway and she looks at the bracelet. You hear the laughing, and then when after Matt is like revived, when they look at his pendant, you hear the eelfin laughing.
Yeah.
When they talk about his holes in his memory, which
Oh, we got to put a pin in that. I want to return to that. We got to put a pin in that because I don't think that was laughing. I think that was savor. I think he's inhaling.
The subtitles said laughter.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
You must.
The subtitles are wrong.
The subtitles are so wrong. But you're right.
Captioning.
Yeah, but I know what you mean.
So that's up for debate because I thought both. I thought he's laughing, but he's also like the breathing in, savoring. It's like that.
Yeah,
like exactly. Sound on the inhale.
Right.
That is like so creepy.
So creepy. I love it. And the fact that it's attached to the medallion after the fact is really cool detail.
Yeah.
Melissa Cachi, yes.
Yeah.
Totally safer. So much to talk about. It's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna play the end there. So where Moiraine's narrating the prophecy, and listen closely to right after Egwene speaks for the last time. Very soon thereafter, there's a small whisper. And I don't think I've been able to isolate it, but like listen for that.
For the land is one with the dragon reborn, and he is one with the land. Soul of fire, heart of stone. In pride he conquers, forcing the proud to yield. He calls upon the mountains to kneel, and the seas to give way, and the very skies to bow. Pray that the heart of stone remembers tears, and the soul of fire, love.
Rand! Let go, please!
right there.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do it once more, just at the end. So when
There's like a tiny whisper.
yeah,
Let
yeah.
go,
So-
Yeah.
please!
Shadow. So this is the I'm gonna end this poll here.
Ugh.
Who's the person Rand saw in the waste? LTT, almost 70% of people here. LTT, Lanfear and Ravin are less than 10%, and the 8th Forsaken or other channel are about 18%. A lot of people are saying they hear like something, but nothing clear. I think the question I wanted to ask was, is Rand in control at the end, or is LTT in control? So like, like is like, like that face that like, let's just, I'm gonna put that out there. Is Rand, and the answers are Rand and LTT.
Yeah, something really interesting
Not
about
other.
this scene is when he first starts channeling, as they typically do with the male half of one power, it first starts as just pure sighting.
Mhm.
But then it gathers into, it's almost like the taint turns into the dark clouds. And I thought that was a really cool, it almost, you can barely even see the one power weaves by the end. It's almost, it almost looks like what Lanfear was channeling, though that's different.
Yeah.
But it just became so dark. And I love the fact that that storm continues to gather throughout the world. Right as Moiraine says, the land is one with the dragon is one with the land. Like, this is not just, he's not just making it rain in the Io Waste. He is bringing in the storm. And so, yeah, to me, that the visuals indicate that whether or not he is Lews Therin in that moment or controlled by whatever, he's definitely affected more by the taint or the corruption than he is by the goodness of what he just did. Even the way he yelled at the Aiel so like forcefully and stuff felt like the moments when he breaks and is like in other parts of the show when he's insane and he's like yelling at people. I got that sense from him during this whole sequence. He's not in control fully,
I think
I didn't read it that way.
the one thing I wanted to that point, like as the last, like as it's ending, we see Sidene and the taint like cover like him, like just the visual of it,
just
like
completely covered him.
Like it comes in front of you. So the fact that it's like I thought that was kind of symbolic of the fact that like this is taking a toll on him. I don't know if it was taking a toll on him to the extent maybe that what you were saying, Lauren, where like he wasn't in control throughout all of that, but maybe there was part of it that he was not in control of.
And let me rephrase. I don't mean that like Lews Therin took him over.
Right.
I just mean he wasn't fully Rand. You know what I mean? Like he's being affected by the taint in some way.
Yes. Azul, how did you?
Yeah, I see a coldness and hardness, and so like you saw it in his confrontation with Lanfear, and like he was very cold and hard with her. He had like a little bit of a smile when he did it, and that was like the same look that I saw right there on his face. And I think he might be reveling in that power and in that moment, and also being a little more cold and detached and emotionless at that moment. So I'm not seeing like madness there. I'm seeing, and it's not
separation.
Really and it's not really a good thing, right?
Well, it's heart of stone.
No,
it's
no.
heart of heart
there
of
you
stone.
go.
That's what's happening. He's
That's what I'm
transitioning.
seeing. Yeah.
I just rewatched as you were talking about it, and you're right. It's more like he's shutting himself off from love, and goodness, like Rand does.
Because he's
was
impacted by the death of the little girl.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's really hit him, and he had beautiful conversation with Moiraine. And
Yes.
she says, "Oh, actually, no, I'm going to leave you now and go fight Lanfear," because he was, for the first time, inviting her to come with him. And she says, "No,
Just
I'm
that?
going to go fight Lanfear." And that conversation with Lanfear,
There's
he had some Lutheran memories, right? Because that did not come from his trip through the glass columns. He was
Yes.
he was doing the I know stuff about you, and so you can see him hardening down as he's putting together. I mean, he's still trying to process what happened in the columns and
Yeah.
all of what's gone on, and it's and the path that he knows he's got to take. And I loved how when we had the bubble of Lanfear, Egwene called him down. Rand, stop. And this time she's doing the same thing. And I thought, and that's going to become a really Egwene Rand thing as well, right?
Yeah.
That
With
you know.
Elsera too, right? He was like, you can't do that. You can't heal death.
Right.
Yeah. So they've packed so much
Yeah.
into, every moment has got like 6 layers
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
to it.
Yeah. I want to
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna show Josha, but we'll do that
with
after.
With the Egwene Rand relationship there, on their walk up to Al Kairdal, we kind of go down the line, and as they're walking, and like 2 by 2 people are having conversations, and Aviendha and Egwene are having a conversation, and I really loved this because we are talking about it's Aviendha who's talking, and she's basically saying, that Rand is going to, you have a choice. You don't, the Aiel have to follow him. You don't and he's going to go mad, and he's going to be destructive or whatever he says.
And he slept with a Forsaken.
Yeah. And he slept with a Forsaken and,
Yes.
or Shadow Souled, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And,
Yep.
and you can see that Egwene is still processing that and trying to move on.
Right.
But you have to think about, we haven't heard anything about what Aviendha saw in the rings
Right.
about Rand. We don't know. We have no idea, because she's saying the Aiel have to stay with him. They have to, whatever. And she's kind of saying, I have to, but you don't. And so if that's her path, she should have seen something about it, but we've heard nothing.
Right.
No, yet.
And so, that's one of the things that they've okay, let's drop this seed here. Egwene can go do something else, but what's Aviendha going to do with the Aiel?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I love these seeds.
I love that
Definitely.
Aerith is saying he's becoming the Rand I loved reading, and talking to Josha, he's the Rand, he's that Rand. So I was like, we have to listen. They're part of that we need to to look at. So let's do that.
Have any of those things? Where am I? What is your need, Natrim Kothon?
How do you know my name?
Speak. You have but 3.
What are you?
I was like, we need some savor. We need some savor. Because please
so
savor. Please savor. Josha
That's the
Sargassi.
leftover of love there still is, I guess.
Right. Can Rand trust himself to love again, though?
Oh, I love that question. I think in a way, no, he can't, because it's so dangerous, but I know he will, and I know he does, because that's also who he is. That's the whole thing about him.
I was like, I have to stop this because of spoilers. That was so close. I'm glad. Sorry if you're here and you wanted to watch that. We'll do it when we come to full book spoilers. That was, yeah, that was close. We're gonna get more Josha. You are gonna get more Josha, as you are gonna get more Finn, or you
Yes.
know,
Yes.
it, I think we should. I mean, Lauren, I think you wanted to. We put a pin in it, right? But yeah,
Finally.
let's talk about you asked what did people think about the Finns? Okay, so I'm going to end this poll. Was that your question? Is Rand in control at the end, or
Well,
is it
yes.
LTT in control? And
Oh yeah.
75% of, or 72% here, Rand. And maybe that was too broad of a question, but it's more like how
Yeah.
much how much LTT was coming in. Let's see. So yeah, Lauren, what was your
Well, so it's so funny. As in depth as I go with this, and as much as I get into all of this, I sometimes miss the fan reactions the day after because I'm so in my own content and all this other stuff that I'm trying to do. And in particular, to the fan reactions that I did see was pretty overwhelmingly Siuan reactions. So I saw a lot of that, but
Right.
I didn't really see a lot of people's reactions to the Finn, and I was just curious how people reacted to that generally because, and I admitted this in my review, and I'm almost ashamed to admit this because I would never do this with a book. I would never like skip to the end of a book, but when they gave me the screeners for all 8 episodes, I was shocked. They told me I was going to get some sort of early access, but last season they gave me one at a time, 1 week at a time. This season
Okay.
they dropped all 8 episodes on me on a surprise like Tuesday randomly, and I was like, well, okay, I guess this is what I'm doing now. And I was so anxious about whether or not we were getting the snakes and the foxes that I skimmed through all 8 episodes till I found this scene. I know, I can't believe I did this, but I had to know. I couldn't enjoy the season until I knew.
Wow.
And so
I love it.
I watched bits of it, and then I was like, okay, now I'm going to watch the season in full. I'm not going to. So I'm sorry. So I've been holding on to this for like 2 months, and
All right.
I just, how did people react? Because I loved it. I thought the design of the fox was so unique. I couldn't even tell if it was CGI or practical.
Oh, it's all practical.
I know,
Yeah.
insane. And
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
fell in
Those
love with it so much.
Yeah. So I
Like
actually have
Attic is like,
foxes
Lauren,
come
no.
through the property.
Now I know how many people didn't watch my
You
review because I
skipped?
mentioned this.
Wow. Look at this.
I know.
Okay, you got
I
Mel.
know.
Mel's on your side. Skipping around is allowed. Brandy, naughty. Rose. Oh, Lauren, what did you do?
So funny.
I'm so sorry, everyone. I've let you all down.
This is good. But yeah, so yeah, what I think was it Newzul or quality? You're gonna say like, what was that first reaction? Like, I think, were you, in talking about this, were you ready for it? In terms of like, you
so
like,
ready.
okay, you knew it was gonna come. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
I believed it was going to come.
was it as good as you thought it would be?
I loved it. I've heard a few people say they didn't like the fox that much. I actually do get foxes come through on the property, so I'm quite familiar with foxes and how they move because I often have, camera traps out, and so the way they move and they have these little funny head movements and they look at cameras and pull back and they're red foxes that I get here. So it was like, to me, I thought that they captured the foxiness of the fox. And when I was watching it before Matt said about the smell, I just went, and the smell, because foxes do smell. And then Matt said it, and I'm like, yeah. And the clothing made out of human flesh, like just,
Yep.
and the noises that it made. And foxes, I haven't heard a fox make that noise, but foxes do make some really weird noises. So it just, I thought it was really smart just having it happen there in the one room. We didn't have the time for Matt to be
Right.
going round and round and looking out the windows. That just worked beautifully. That Matt was in there, the door was gone, the fox was there. I was enthralled. Oh, enthralled.
Well, and something my initial reaction was first, oh, this is the foxes. What about the snakes? So that kind of caught me off guard, right? Because the order's different in the books. But it immediately was like, oh, this is such a smart choice. Because now he has a reason to want revenge, right? He has a reason to try to get back. So I thought that was brilliant. And then the other thing that, of course I was disappointed we didn't get the whole walking through corridors, seeing them up on the pedestals and that weird. But
maybe next time.
I love the detail though that when the fox spoke, it spoke with many voices.
Yeah,
as
like
if
an echo.
it represented. Yeah, it was as if there were many foxes there saying "done," and I thought that was a really cool detail. They were all in there listening or savoring. It wasn't just one.
Right. I mean, I have to point this out. Right. That nose and the mouth and the face. That's just like one instance of like,
one little part.
Yeah.
So cool and creepy.
Yes, exactly. And I saw some people on social media. This is funny. The fox said, "Ooh, a nice new jacket."
Do you think Sharon Gillan could bring that to WhatCon? Could she bring the fox costume?
She's on Instagram. People ask her, please bring stuff and please bring that. But yeah, Zul, like there's aspects of it obviously missing, but the essence of it, the conversation part of it, the what is your need to the price, setting the price and things like that. The fact that all of that was there. Were you like happy? Yeah. Were you like you're like, I mean, to me, like I have to just talk about me as a 15, 16, however old I was reading these books. Like now it's not the most important part of the books, but like as I read these books, this was the best part in terms of like thinking about it, because I usually don't use my imagination thinking of things, but this was the one that I actually thought of like a different, going off to a different world. I mean, you're already in a fantasy world, but like, being transported and then seeing aliens really. And just seeing this on the screen, like took me, like it made that however-year-old boy like so happy, and like it's not my favorite part of the books. I can't say that, but it is like it is like because that's probably the first thing I think of that young me liked. Did you like feel that in some ways of or fashion with the Finns?
Yeah, I loved the weird sort of in the books, like trying to picture the weird wonky like aspects that are not linear in the way that ours are, and I loved all of that in the books. I don't know that we have the time to get there with that, so at least that we got this one room kind of leaves that door open to going through another doorway or down a hallway next time or something where we see more of it, where we can, at this moment, they've at least given us this much, which tells us that it's there. Okay. So they've left that open where they can potentially do more in the future. And so I loved that they kind of stuck to the books for the dialogue.
Absolutely.
And and I was looking as soon as we came out for like, what is he hanging from?
Me too.
What is he hanging from? Yes, exactly. So, and it's
I
very
was
bizarre to me.
yelling, going, grab it.
Is that what he hangs from in the books?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh,
absolutely. But it was in.
Yeah, but it's in the tree.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. I never like knew that. This is how much I like this. That like as soon as he's outside, I don't care. I don't care when he's outside. I just like when he's inside.
Yeah.
Like the outside doesn't matter. That is so cool that they because I didn't go looking for it until someone pointed out. Omar, welcome to this stream, which is all about Ilfin. It's all about the welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You know, like it's all about the Ilfin. That's what we're doing tonight. If you were to like describe your initial reaction to seeing, you know, that first fin, what was that like?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, it's just it's a weird thing. Like us watching the episodes is always a weird experience because I have this out of body experience because I'm watching it for a specific purpose for reviews and reporting and everything. And then when I watch it again, I do the fan thing. So the first time I watched it, it was I want to say it was educational, right? But the thing that really hit me really hard was the Dun was such an echo of what's in the books. It was, to me, it was like great, like in the audiobook. I'm sorry, because the Dun and how they speak when I read the books on paper or on, you know, a screen, it was that way. And then when Michael Kramer did it, it was that way. And then when Robert Strange did it, it was very similar. So it's like that familiarity was awesome, you know, like, and again, I wanted the expanded world, but just seeing it and seeing the intensity and how when Matt comes in and then he shifts and then the door's not there. So a lot of the things, the disappearing things and the rotating things and the shifting things, you get that. It was, again, shorter than you'd like, but Robert Strange's performance was just like bananas to me. I liked it so much.
Yeah. This is such a good point, Omar. Like, the first watch for me is almost more educational and academic in a way. And it's almost like, okay, what are they going to leave out this time? And, you know, I'm like, as much as I love the show, the fan in me just wants everything from the books. And so I kind of agree. For me, rewatch is always a million times better. And that's when I really start to appreciate the choices they made because I don't have that anxiety about what I'm going to or not going to see, you know.
We score the episodes, our team at Watch series, and this season I think every single one except for 4, because that one I just kind of like couldn't. It had to be a perfect score. Every single episode on rewatch, I always like went back and revised what my score was.
Same,
because again, like once I took a step back and looked at it and just, you know, take off my book, you know, goggles and my reviewer goggles and all that other stuff. It just kind of, you know, just enjoy it. Yeah, there are things I don't like, but I'm one of those people. I think I was talking to someone about specifically this episode. I'm like, give me one really good moment and it'll give me such a high. I was like, I don't care about the bad things. I like, you know, Rand and Moiraine in a tent and him being freaking civil for the first time in his life with Moiraine. I was like, yeah, thank you. Exactly. So, yep.
Shoulder thumper. These Finn were better than my own imagination. Yeah. So I'm going to end this poll here. What was your reaction to seeing the Ilfin just screaming? You know, that was probably me, I think. But like in my head, I want more. 37%. Like that. You know, most people are saying that. I think this was probably Lauren. You snakes when like is that the kind of, and then 3% people, meh. Like, I totally get it. You know, there's certain things that that don't hit for you. But this is like the next poll, right? How many like ears, like, and like how many like or noses? Are we gonna go noses or ears? What do we want to count? Like how many faces?
Well,
let's just do face.
Nose.
Nice. I like the ears. The fact that the ears almost look like together looks like brain like. How many ears are on that costume? Okay, so what are our options here? 1 to 5. 1 to 5.
Oh, come on.
Hey, okay, all right.
Someone will vote for it.
Yeah. And then 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20. And yeah, I think this is a good place to bring in our fifth guest.
Welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. I'm your host, Innkeeper, and this is
all about the Ilfin. Yeah. We're doing Ilfin today. Yeah. Welcome back, Matt.
Thanks.
And we're still here.
Sponsored by Sprite Zero today.
Gwendolyn, this is a weird poll.
Not sponsored.
Like
That was a joke. That was a joke. YouTube or something. Whatever.
Mine's sponsored by CAF.
I may be running this, but this is still like, you know, like your channel. Like you need to be careful in terms of what you say. Spin the wheel. At least 18 noses. Okay, I like that. People are
Yeah.
weird pearl for Matt to come in on. Counting things on
Yeah, I
a
think 20 might have been
costume.
too low for the top number.
Yeah, I
Feels
think so.
appropriate.
I realized that after the fact. I should have had
16 and
a
up.
greater than. Yeah, I know. That's okay. That's you have to
Oh,
come.
yeah. Why does your border thing say episode 7 after show Golden Eyes?
There, I fixed it.
Did no one point this out the entire time?
No, it was only on this screen.
No,
it was
we
only
knew.
on the. It was on this
knew.
screen.
Okay.
It was only on this screen.
Yeah.
It was only on this screen.
Yeah.
Because
Soon as
I
we
wasn't
went
expecting.
live
I wasn't
and us
expecting
guys-
5 people. I didn't expect 5 at the same time. But hey, I know, Lauren. I know you had to leave, so I want to make sure that we're respectful of that. Are you okay for now, or?
Thank you. I do have to get going, but I wanted to ask one last question about the snakes, foxes stuff. Is that okay for a discussion?
I have one question for Lauren too before he goes, but
Okay, cool.
I have 5.
Well,
yeah.
well, my question is, do we think that Elida's bracelet came from the Aelfin?
Yes.
I mean, I think it's very obvious the way that she responds to it, but that's not how it
The
works in the
Aelfin.
books.
Yeah.
No, it came from. I think it came from the Eelfin.
It came from the Eelfin.
Well, that's the question because
Just like, did it come from the
she
Ilfin
went
or the
through-
We know it
Ilfin?
did.
well, hold on.
Or-
So she went through the doorway in the 13th depository,
Yep.
and
lit.
Alviarin said Aelfin.
Yes, she
Yes,
did.
The Aelfin are not to be trusted.
She said, "Well, what did they tell you?"
Right. So that's my question. Did
Okay,
she get the bracelet at that moment, or did she get
Let's watch it.
the
Let's watch
Aelfin
it.
earlier?
Let's watch
The
it. Let's watch it.
costume card says Eelfin.
No, but by the way, which one does Moiraine go into with Lanfear?
The one from Meridian. So the
Aelfin.
the foxes. The foxes.
Fox-
The foxes. Yeah. And they give Moiraine the bracelet.
Correct. Although that's pretty far spoilers.
I
Were we
mean-
supposed to talk
oh,
about that?
sorry. Yeah, sorry. I mean, there's probably like a Walmart inside of Sin
Well, no, that's
Hall
book
where
5.
everybody gets bracelets. Who knows?
No, it's
There you
not.
go. That was our cue. We're going full book
Full book
spoilers,
spoilers.
everyone. Thank you, Omar, for that. But yeah, hey, we are at, like, you know, over the hour mark here. So yeah, again, we're gonna delve into the books. We're not going to you know, go out of our way to spoil. Let's just play that the that start of that cold open, and I'll put up the subtitles so we can actually see what that is, and then
Okay.
yeah,
And well, since we're going full spoilers, let's also talk about the key on her bracelet,
okay, yeah,
the key pendant,
Mm.
because somehow she got out.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Somehow she got out. What do you mean?
Oh, well, yeah. I'll talk about it.
it's a cool
I
effect.
love how they come through the doorways.
Oh, you could hear it. Did you hear the?
Uh huh.
You could hear.
Yeah.
You could hear the saver,
Elida.
and
Yeah.
she has this key.
Too many of our sisters have entered that doorway and never returned.
Yet here I am.
I had hoped you wouldn't be so foolish. On this day, most of all.
But your heart is driven by logic, and logic leaves little room for hope.
What did the Aelfin promise you?
The amulet seed itself.
You cannot trust them. Every gift the Finn give has a price.
Oh, come.
Gift.
Alviarin, sister, the hall is voting. I trust I still have your favor. I am the logical choice, after all.
Not anymore. You aren't.
So
So I've got something I just picked up then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that when Matt goes through the other door, the Eelfin says to him, "It's been a very long time."
Correct.
But Alviarin was basically making it seem like the Aes Sedai regularly go through the door in the tower, which would be taking them to the Aelfin.
Right. So this is my thinking. My thinking is they've changed one key aspect, and that is the snakes and foxes give gifts. I don't know how this is going to work exactly, and if there's still answers to be given, but it seems to me that Elida got that gift at that moment. When she walks out, it's like, look at my new thing I just got. But the fact that they specify Aelfin, but then they talk about gifts is where I'm a little bit confused.
Does it have to do something with her shakes, by the way?
I think so. That's the price.
Yeah, the price. When she keeps it on, she's okay. She takes it off.
Right. But the reason I bring up the key is because when Matt goes through the snake's doorway, the Aelfin, they don't ask for some. He doesn't have to make some.
There's
sort
no
of
price
or there's nothing. They just let him go through once, and part of that is because there are other people in there, Rand's in there, and it's complicated. But
I think they're just ruffling through his memories and emotions, and that's their price. That's what they take from him.
But then later, when he goes through the fox doorway, they say, you didn't set the terms. We'll set them for you. We're going to kill you. Right. So what we didn't realize until Towers of Midnight, this is full book spoilers, is when he asked for a way out, that wasn't them hanging him. That wasn't his way out. The Ashendare was the way out. It was a literal key that gave him the ability to get out. So my theory here is that Elida knew enough to ask for a way out. And that's what her bracelet is, at least in part. That it is a key to get out.
Could be.
Does that make sense? What I'm saying? So
it's
just confusing
it's
because
the only key that makes sense.
Did she get answers or did she get, wishes granted?
I mean, so
it could be both. Why can't it be both?
Yeah.
I mean, is it unreasonable to think that Elida's had that bracelet forever because she went through the other doorway, and this is the first time she's going in to see the Aelfin, and that protects her in some way in that place, or something like that? Or is it she got it right then because she looks at it, but it seems like she's familiar with it. It wasn't like, it plays no role, and it says Aelfin on the card that was shared by Sharon. So it can't.
Isn't it possible that she just went through and asked a question about it? Like, I mean, why isn't it possible that she got the
because it says Aelfin.
And
because it says on the thing,
it says that is possible. That's why I'm wondering though. What do you think? Because to me, it seems like it's a new gift she just got. To me, the way she fondles it, and then later when she's in the hall and she's super confident that she's about to become the Amerlin, and she fondles it again.
Yes.
And then she loses. Like I don't know. It felt like that was literally the price that she had to pay at that moment.
Yeah, or unless it's just an answer about what it is for, or like maybe she asked a question about that terangreal, whatever that is, or that she had received. Because don't we have that in the books, right? It's like you visit one, then you go to the other because the one confused you. It's like
right.
So there is a little bit of back and forth between these realms, and so maybe I mean I honestly think we could be doing anything, but oh man, that would be weird to just kind of. I'm trying to think of like, not that the Aelfin couldn't give things. You could ask a question, and not that their answer couldn't be a thing. But
another change in the show is the door frames have snakes and foxes on them.
Yeah,
like
the bracelet has snake and fox on it,
and the bracelet. So I wonder if it's a little bit less of a division, and it's just like you go in. Maybe she knew to ask. No, I want to talk to the foxes, even though she went through the snake door frame. Like, does that matter? I don't know. But these are the things I wonder as I'm trying to explain all this to non-book readers for my breakdown videos, because it's like there's a lot of complicated stuff going on here that even we book readers don't fully understand.
Yeah,
totally.
How many of you think that Matt will be bothered by the holes in his brain and somehow be in the White Tower and want to go through that door frame?
See, I think that has to happen, right?
But what would get Matt back to the White Tower?
That's
they always go back to the White Tower. What are you talking about? This is like, there should be no question that they have to go back to home base. There's like
but does it?
You just cut out Koala.
But how would he get into the 13th depository?
Wait a minute, we just lost Koala's audio.
Varen needs
Koala,
to.
did we lose me?
Oh,
No,
you're back.
you're back. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. There could be any number of doorways. It doesn't have to be in Tarvalon.
Maybe
That's true.
another one in Tyr.
There could
I
be
mean,
There could be
another
another one
doorway
in
in
Tyr.
Tyr.
Absolutely.
There could be a tower. Like there's like so many ways
and
they could.
And the Aiel were dropping that stuff everywhere. You know, they were having a hard time.
Yeah, there's so much that they can do with this, and how they like, yeah, if they expand this with many doors, like, yes, please do that. Like if there are changes you want to make and it's this, for sure, like it makes sense. I think I don't know if the poll is what does I don't know, like I don't know, there's a poll about I'm talking about the bracelet. Like, what are the choices? Like, where did the bracelet come from? Aelfin, Elida had it already. Like it's a terangreal that she had already. Well,
so that is a
choices?
theory. Somebody posted a theory somewhere. I don't remember where, but they said maybe this was one of the terangreal that already existed in the tower, and that she just knew to use it to go in, or something. But why has she kept it on all this time? Another thing that they focused on really closely is whenever she's getting ready, she always has that one on. She never takes it off, but she changes her other jewelry.
Yeah, it's always on her right wrist.
She also mentioned very clearly when Min asked her about it in a previous episode, she said, "I am lucky," which is another really important thing, I think, for Matt's character. We haven't seen Matt's luck yet, and I think we're going to see it kick in now because of his visit. We haven't seen it in the... Well, not
with dice and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. Yeah. Thank you, Air 3384. So that's 20 years ago in the coronation scene. Elida is wearing it.
Oh, good point.
Then then she goes in 10 years ago. Okay, we got to go look.
She was.
We got to go look.
We have to go look. Thank you.
Yes, I had forgotten that.
Okay, so then that does imply that she went to see the Aelfin previously, or she already had it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, because didn't she say?
Yeah,
maybe.
I like that idea.
Maybe it's the idea of like what she's, like what did she say was it just a foretelling that led her to, right? She talked about Min foretelling that led her to be backing more gays, right? So
yes,
maybe she went to the
right there
about that, right?
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Are you saying maybe she doesn't even have the foretelling?
No, I'm saying because I thought in the show she also talks about the foretelling, right?
She does, and she can't lie, can she? So
no. Yeah.
It's
clearly
on her.
Maybe that foretelling drove her to go to the Aelfin, like maybe to ask something about, making sure that this happens, right? She talks about trying to like do things to make the future happen. So maybe she went to the Aelfin as part of making, being an active agent in whatever that foretelling was, instead of being a passive agent in that. And then maybe something drove her 10 years later to go to the Aelfin to ask questions about it too. So,
well, she was making a bid for the Amerlin seat at that point, and
good point,
on that day. So she specifically went in on that day.
Because being the Amerlin seat will help her ensure that Andor, right? Like I'm going to go back to what she says is the foretelling about Andor and her role in that, and maybe she saw becoming the Amerlin as like protective of that, or enabling that to be the case. Again, I think that whole discussion she has with Min was very much the writers telling us how Elida was going to be different, and how we should perceive the actions that she takes is kind of trying to make this future happen. Or the foretelling happen. So
I don't want to poo-poo on this whole thing, but I'm not convinced that's the same bracelet.
There's another. It's
I thought that we had a better. I thought there was another view later on
when she puts on the crown.
When she's putting the crown on,
and it dangles from her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're right. There is a very quick moment of something dangling.
So you're like you're like something. I like maybe it's. I still don't agree, but okay.
There was a quick flick of it right there.
No, okay. I think it is. You're right.
I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
There it is. That was the key.
Yeah, the
Right
key. You
there.
can see the key.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure I've in one of our streams I took a picture of it. That's like since like it was on my desktop at some point. I remember looking at it. But yeah, that definitely makes sense. So the season the cold open in season 2 the episode 2 cold open is like even more cool now because it like helps answer this like what is the bracelet all about, and it's not, she didn't get it 10 years when she went in to see the Ilfin, but we don't know what it is because I mean we do know based on the card that was put on by the behind the scenes that it's Ilfin. All right, Zero Fox. Sorry. I mean, the Ilfin scene is my favorite. Like, okay, we'll watch it. Okay, we'll watch it. It's okay. Sorry, like, we'll do it. Lauren,
I do have to get going.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. Matt, you have a question. Yeah,
I could talk about this forever. Thank you guys for having me on. Matt, what's your question?
Absolutely.
My question, Lauren, is, and maybe you guys, or maybe I addressed this early on, I wasn't listening to the audio early on, but how are you feeling that we're all finally here at the end of the season now, and you're like you're back kind of like live talking about the season? I'm just kind of curious, like how is that experience for you?
So relieved.
Yeah.
It's funny. It is a little bit like getting a wish from the Eelfin. It's like, hey, you get all these episodes, but you can't talk to people about it for 2 months. You know, it's like, so I've been holding on to a lot of this stuff for a long time, and it's so great to finally be able to share it. So yeah, just it feels good. I feel like I'm finally free of those dark oaths.
Amazon broke through to Charn and Mirren. You know, that's what it was.
Exactly. Well, hopefully you'll take us for a ride on your yacht after this. So
because I'm just swimming in it.
No, I just wanted to acknowledge that I'm sure it feels good. So it was awesome to see you. I'm glad you were able to come by tonight. So
thank you. It'll feel better when my Unraveling finale episode is out. I still haven't got season 2's finale unraveled. So I
mean, by that measure, you're like this is like you're like so far ahead. You know, like you're.
Oh, I am. I gotta say, previous seasons I got so burned out I couldn't stand it. But I'm so on fire about doing this. Breakdown for this episode, and this conversation has really helped clarify some things for me. So thank you all for everything.
Did you score it, Lauren?
Thank you.
Did I rank it?
Yeah. Did you give it like a star rating or anything? Yeah.
Yeah. I said, so when I originally watched the finale, it was a little lower for me. But on my rewatch, I put it in my top 3 episodes of the entire show so far. Probably a 9.5 out of 10 for me. You kind of already said it. I can't rate anything higher than episode 4 of this season. I mean, I want to. I want another 10 out of 10 episode, but for now, that's the bar. But I genuinely enjoyed this finale. It really did everything I wanted it to do. Yes, it left some cliffhangers, but it just means more seasons to come, hopefully, right?
Yeah, you have to leave cliffhangers.
I think it was 70. I want to say it was like 53% of our audience picked episode 8 as their favorite of the season, and of the 53%, 75% of them chose it as their favorite episode of the entire series. Which
that's amazing.
I mean, it was right after. Yeah,
that was right after. That was right after.
It's tricky though, because that's kind of recency bias. I've noticed this about myself.
But to your point, I would say that I would push against that, which is you liked the episode more the second time you watched it. So like for people, for a lot of fans, like, yes, recency bias in the sense of it's the most newest thing, but I also like, for example, I liked episode 7 a lot more after I watched it 4 times. Now it's like, oh man, I love this episode, right? And it took me a while to get there, so I wouldn't have said it was my favorite initially, and it grew. So I think it kind of works back and forth, if that makes sense. Like, yes.
There's, and as you know very well, deep diving into these episodes, the way that you guys have done it, the way that I've been doing it, gives you such a greater appreciation for everything they do in the show. And so with all of that kind of backlog of deep dive, to watch the finale again after that, for me was just like, okay, every choice was intentional. Literally every cut was important. And just a brilliant episode. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Lauren, yeah, thank you for being here. And I have to show this because it was Zero Fox. It's not my fault. If you have qualms about having to watch the Finn again, it's not on me. All right, so enjoy.
I love you guys. See ya.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Bollocks about by every bloody magical force on this bloody planet! I'm sick of this one power!
There are memories racing through your mind. They are not yours. We can take them.
We.
Yes, we.
I love that. The done is so good.
Yeah.
Your last need.
What have you done? What have you just done?
It's like, oh, I'm seeing the faces.
That smell.
Yeah.
The fox den up by the old wisdom's house. It's always full up of dead things.
Yeah.
My last need is I need to get the fuck out of here now!
Wise to ask leave-taking. Unwise to set no price, no terms. We will set the price.
The price?
What was asked will be given. The price will be paid.
What price?
This is terrible.
It's crazy. It's
so good.
Oh, Lauren's like, I'm gonna watch before I go. But yeah, the
What happened to Matt's throat there? Like,
I know.
and that's just his muscles. Yeah, that was just like really like good muscle acting, neck
so
muscle
good.
acting. But yeah, the sound design of not just the done, like Omar, you said, but like I noticed it doing the done, and that was like really well done.
Yeah.
But when they say we will set the price, it's like it's so well done. So well done. Yeah.
So have you already done? Have you already done a like how good is the trip to the Eelfin poll?
It was more. Yeah. No, I said it was. What was your
Kind of.
Yeah, we did. Yes. We
Okay.
yeah, we did do that, and it was basically people either were like just screaming with delight, they want more. That was the thing. About 20% were like snakes when that was the they like, this is cool, but like I want the snakes. And
which is something that was asked about Rafe. I think it was Robert Strange that asked Rafe that question.
Yes. Yes, he did. Let me bring that up right here. Okay.
Yeah. Elfin next.
Yeah, Elfin next. You only know how great this question is if you know that it was Robert Strange who asked it. And yeah, to that point, there was, I mean, I have to like, we're talking about Matt, and Matt, the cool things Matt has done this season. That was probably the coolest. We talked to Sharon Gillam about the design of everything. Where is the one that I'm looking for? There.
How are you doing, Matt?
What's that?
People, you've enjoyed being asked how you were doing and how you liked this. So, this is your fourth live stream in just over 24 hours.
That's
So,
true. Yeah.
how are you? How did you survive your day and all of this? And how are you feeling now that you've had a little time to sit with this?
So like this is always, like Lauren said, in every week, Anas and I, we're always like Fridays and Saturdays are like this really kind of glorious glow moment where we just kind of like get to take screenshots and throw silly things or like, and then by Sunday I say to him, I'm like, oh man, I got to start putting images together, and we're like thumbnailing. And then it's like Wednesday, we're like, on Monday, we're like, did you get guests? I haven't gotten guests yet. Oh my gosh. And then it's like, they reached out and they're like, want to do like a press thing. We're like, do you have time to interview in the middle of your day? And he's like, no, do I have time? And it's like running home and then interviewing for like, for like a half an hour and running back to work. and then you like do the episode, like check in, and there's like stuff being dropped, and you're like, should I watch it now or not? Should I comment on it? And then on Wednesday you're doing like a stream, and on Thursday morning you're doing a stream, and the Thursday night you're doing a stream, and then you repeat it for like 5 or 6 weeks, and your brain is just like
Rinse
on
and
overload.
repeat.
So we're like finally at the end, and there is a cathartic kind of aspect of just like, I'm glad we have the entire season. We can just enjoy it a lot, and there's not a rush anymore. Like the rush is gone, and we can just kind of decide I'm gonna like go rewatch something and really kind of dig in. But there's not this feeling of like it's this high level pace. So the answer to your question is I'm feeling great to have another full season. And honestly, I can't. I told Honest this today. I was like, how did I step away from the internet for a week last time? I was like, last season, it was so good to just get episode 8 and to see, like, at the moment everyone else was seeing it, and to watch it, and to feel like they actually kind of landed it in a way that I was much happier about than anything up to this point. It was like, yes, I feel like this is a great way to move forward in this moment to another season. So yeah, I'm just feeling good to have another full season for us to discuss, and hope that Sony and Amazon believe in this and want to give us another season. And glad I'm looking forward to the longing a bit, which is some downtime.
The Friday, Saturday is like, I think we have this in control. I think we're ahead of it. And then it comes to like Sunday night, and it's like, we still have days, and it's like, oh crap, no, we don't. But yeah, I mean, there is. I was just thinking of this. I was like, we need to do a theories like show. And when do we do the theories show? So because Sunday, we have the wonderful people from Everyday Negroes coming on Sunday at 4. Did you have time? Did you do the
Sunday
time?
at 4 p.m. I just need to put a thumbnail up. This is the problem. It's like, oh my gosh, I gotta get a thumbnail up for that. I have to like, but at least that one is just like, let's just kind of have a fun time talking about the show and episode.
Yeah.
There's like the pressure is off, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the live watch thing worked last night or this morning.
Oh, it looks so cool.
Really weird issue.
Yeah.
And it was fun to be on with so many people. Like, it's one of those things like you prep for and you do, but you just don't have like next time, like when we get in season 4, right? If we do like live watches, I want to do that for every episode, is get 60, 70 people on with us. It just didn't come to me until later on. I was like, why didn't we just do this for every episode? Because it's so fun to have everybody there and just watching it at the same time on screen. It's a blast.
Yeah. Thank you, Omar. I'm going to go to what you put in chat there. Like we talked about this in the morning when we watched, and I was like, I'm like convinced Let's Go Tanchico by Donal was ad-libbed. He came out with it. It came out with it. So I'm like, oh, Rafe's doing a Q&A. Let me ask him. So I asked him, and he answered. I asked, did Donal ad-lib Let's Go Tanchico? And he says, of course he did. That's why we love Donal Finn. And yes, I mean, it's just, the crazy, amazing performances, that the things we don't know, right? So I know
the fork line was my favorite. Did you get the fork? Why is everything not a fork?
Wait, what is that? What is that? I know it's to do from the books, but like, is there a fork thing in the books too?
No. When he said, "Why is nothing a fork?" when he's with Nynaeve eating, and they're trying to use chopsticks.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah, no, it's to that point. Before we kind of jump to the rating thing here, let's just listen to.
Wow.
Sorry,
I saw the rating. I saw what Lost Series post. Sorry.
Let's talk to let's not talk to Josha. Let's listen to Josha.
Right. Can Rand trust himself to love again, though?
Oh, I love that question. I think in a way, no, he can't, because it's so dangerous, but I know he will, and I know he does, because that's also who he is. That's the whole thing about him. That's when he has this
conversation with the Dark One at the very end. He says, "There's one thing you can't take away from me, and that is the love that Tam gave me." And I think that's why he is the Dragon Reborn, because that will never go away. Whatever you would do to him, even if you take his loved ones away. So I feel, in a way, he shouldn't trust that, but in a way, you also should, because that's really what stands him apart. And of course, he will go through phases where he won't let no one close, and he will become ice cold. But I think that's the beauty of him, that there is always this bit of the shepherd, and that comes out when Ostera, for example, shows up. He's just come out of Radiant. He's just faced this truth, which is kind of unbearable, and he wishes that he could go back to the Two Rivers. And then he sees this kid, and that is what he will always protect, is the kid in him, in a way, and that's the shepherd. And I think that's why that symbolizes her death also symbolizes a death of himself, in a way, to go even deeper. Yeah. Because in a way he is like Osera. In a way he is not aware of how powerful he is. He's just as naive as her. And then he sees what happens if you're reckless. You pay the price. And from that moment on, he's aware of what that price is. And that is so dark, but I also love it in a way.
And yeah, the rebirth side of that is,
oh, that answer is like, I mean, there's so many parts of this, but that answer, and like if let me just put this in chat, go watch the rest of it. That is an amazing interview that I've listened to. Like I was part of it. I've listened to it so many times, because each time I like, oh my god, he said that. It's just amazing. So yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
Him pointing to the relationship with Tam is real. Like, I always, you probably heard me say this a million times before. I think that, like, Rand at one point, we're full spoilers, right? Or no?
We are. It's not on there, but we announce it. But yes,
yeah, but like how Rand says to Min, "I was raised better." I mean, like, again, one of the biggest disappointments in this season, and I get why they didn't do it. Tam not being there, I think that is the difference. The love that Tam showed to Rand, and I really, really love that Josha understands that very well. It's really, really cool that he said that.
Yeah, there's so many answers that he gave, like, oh, you're going there, like that's where you're going with this, like your understanding of, like, sure, we live stream, we do guidons, but like no one probably knows Rand as much as you do. Like, I mean, not in that sense that there are no other Rand fans, but like you've taken on this role in a way that is just so cool.
He's gonna fight a guidon, not just do a guidon. He's gonna fight it.
He's gonna win a guidon.
So debatable.
The rating, I don't think I can actually like find the actual rating, but the rating on IMDb, please go rate the show on IMDb, on Rotten Tomatoes if you haven't. Metacritic. The episodes are rated, at least pretty much all of them, above 8 or above 8.2. Episode 4 is 9.4, and the initial numbers on episode 8, 9.2. 9.2. And what's the number? How many votes are in on that? Over 1,000?
1,200.
1,200.
Yeah, over 1,000.
Yeah. So
it'll drop a little, but it's a good sign, honestly.
It's sitting at number 1 in Australia on Prime and in the UK.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of just the reaction, in terms of viewership, Omar, is there something you can speak to some of the numbers that have come out?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen only 2 weeks from Nielsen so far. They beat season 2 by a little bit. Now that looks good, but again, remember there's 8 additional episodes that because Nielsen does account for the previous seasons. But for a show that to come back 2 years later, and it held steady this week. In season 2, they actually the show dropped from like 515 million in week 1, and week 2 they had the same number. They dropped to like 430 million minutes, and then picked back up on week 4. So because our week 2 for this season was episode 4, I'm really interested to see what we see next week from Nielsen, next Thursday, to see if actually that causes that bump that we're all hoping for because the episode was so good. It was really good within the fandom. I would love to see if that translated into a lot more people engaging. But generally speaking, seeing the show make the top 10, because your cutoff is going to be 400 million minutes. You want it to be number one, but this is a fantasy show, not a broad audience reacher kind of like fight kind of thing. So I don't expect it to be number one, but seeing it in the top 10 originals 2 weeks in a row is really great. And I'm really hoping to see that bump from episode 4 come next week.
Yeah, I think just give us another season, or not another season, but confirm another season now, but give us so many more seasons is the way I would put it. But yeah, it's Rafe spoke to a little bit in the Q&A. He said ask Amazon Studios and Jeff Bezos. I think it's something like that, basically. So yeah, there was one where he put a saint emoji to we want to do this if we get future seasons. So I don't know if that was more anything pointing towards that, but yeah,
it looks we're seeing a lot of people who are connected to the show, producers, actors, crew, are all saying the same thing. Please watch as much as you can. Tell your friends, tell your family. This is really people telling you that they don't really know it's going to get renewed or not, and they need the support. So I would take that as face value. I really don't think anybody's being cute about this.
Oh yeah,
they do need fans to speak up and to do as much as possible to try to give it that push. So now that people get excited after the last episode, hopefully we can all try to organize and put some pressure on Sony.
Yeah, I think fandom has been great in terms of being supportive of the show. So follow what series, they do amazing stuff. And Omar loves I don't know, analytics and research. I don't know if the rest of What series loves research and analytics stuff like this, but it's always interesting that someone does that work and I can just look at it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Innkeeper, you want me to go to what you just put up there? Is that
I'm checking it out to make sure that it's all there. But yes, I thought you'd show that. I think it's why we should share it now.
Yes, I mean it's right at the end, right?
Yeah, this is just the final 41 seconds of that one.
Okay. Oh wait, we can? Oh okay. Oh good. Okay, yeah, I got it. I see.
We can let.
We can let the. Okay, so why don't you preface this? Because you edited. This. I want to give you the. I want to.
How dare you? Just put this on me.
Okay.
Okay. So no, just how about you just play it? How about you play it? Play this.
Yes, there. There you go.
No, play it first, and then we can all talk. And I guess I'll set the setup is. We cut out the 2 of the 3 words that Josha said. I think this was before this was back in January, right?
Oh yeah, this was
January. So we cut out 2 of these words.
Yeah, sure.
We.
That's right. I do agree. So. This was the one. This was probably the only one where it's no way, we can't.
Yeah. So we'll play the 3 words. Now it's gonna feel like oh. Well, yeah, but this was back in, I think it was back in January, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so too. Here you go.
Okay. Hey, thank you very much.
One more question, guys.
Okay, it's a quick one. Give me 3 words. 3 words that describe where your character's at the end of season 3.
At the end of season 3?
Only you answer.
Oof, okay. At the end of season 3. I'd say voice. I'd say rain, and I'll say fire.
I love this smile right at the end. Hey, thank you both. Can't wait to see you in season 3.
Yeah. So
voice, voice, rain, and fire. I like his smile there. Is just he knew exactly what he was doing. It's pretty cute.
What's the voice again?
And what is the voice
So
again? Yes,
this whole
exactly.
time, like every episode goes by, me and Matt are like, so did you hear it? Like, and then we're like, like
you said voice, and I was like, wait, what?
and then like I'm like, okay, like maybe it's just episode 8. So I'm like, all right, episode 8's coming. We're gonna hear it, and it comes in like, oh, wait, what happened? Where did the voice go? Like the actual, like like there's whispers, sure, but like.
It was so funny because I remember writing on like early this morning. I was like, voice. Like,
I like caps lock replied, I didn't hear it.
I know. I was like, is there anybody else's 3 words that we held back, or we released all of those? Oh, hey, there's the one Kai thing. Yeah, I still want to ask about that.
Yeah,
one.
That I don't. Yeah, I agree with that. Redaction too. But yeah, like you guys, like he says voice, so like we have to. Like, isn't this is interesting? Olivia's like finding his voice, but like he's talking about Lutheran, right? Like it has to be that, but do we hear it though? Like, or like, do we have to like do like someone really needs to go digging into all of those moments when he's.
Can't you just ask him? Just
can we go back and ask him?
By the way, can we end this vote? Because I want to poll everybody about this.
You can end it.
But do you see the vote right now? Do you see what the I'll end this one. It's a really fun one. Should Robert Strange play the snakes too if we get a trip to the Aelfin? And 83% said yes. I like the idea that he'd be. I love the idea that he'd be both of them. That'd be so cool. Do you agree with the January redaction of the words voice and rain from Josha? Yes or no?
Matt, by the way, Kate from What Series, we asked him about wanting to play the snake. So Robert Strange said, I'm born in the year of the snake, so that would be very, very apt.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So he's open to it.
I will send in my question about the Kai thing right now. How about that, everybody? I'll get it.
Can somebody tell me what the fire is about? Why did he say fire?
Good question. There's lightning. He does lightning. Where's the fire?
Where is the fire? I don't know. Where's Rand at? Fire.
It's just rain.
He's been very into fire, like in previous seasons. So, does he use fire in the inn? Like, where does he use fire? Does he use fire somewhere?
No, but they asked him. This question was about the end of the season, wasn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
But so why fire?
The fire inside, his passion.
The fires of heaven is next. The fires of heaven.
The fire within.
The fire within.
A lot of his weaves have a lot of fire look to them. His weaves, like even if he doesn't burn something, he uses fire a lot. So
yeah. That's what I most associate with his weaves, actually, is the look of fire.
Yeah.
Could it
be the epilogue, Max Silva, thank you. In the epilogue voiceover, the Heart of Stone and
remember
Soul of Fire,
Tears, Soul of Fire,
Yeah.
That's by the way, that's
nice.
Those are Moiraine's lines inside the tent at Merrilor. Like them actually bringing that here was just such a cool moment. I love that so much.
Yeah, it's there's the flame in the void. Yeah, so he does talk. Yeah,
well,
so maybe
doesn't Rafe say there's so much stuff
Soul
that
of
could
Fire.
make another episode or something? Like,
I think what he said.
answers were.
I think that was basically the fact that it's like 1 hour 10 minutes and 1 hour 8. Like if you add up all the more than an hour numbers, that's like almost another episode. I mean, it's like half an hour probably extra. Not extra. I would call none of it extra. It's just that we got more than an hour. Yeah, I think Soul of Fire. Yeah, everyone's saying that's what it is.
Avienda's spears of fire.
Yeah. Do you agree? Wow, people are generous. I'm surprised how generous they are in this poll. in answering this. Yes, this is Karen 308 is fire. Like that's obviously what this means.
Yep.
What was the Forsaken controversy? Now, yeah, I don't know. Like, oh, the fact that Samael. Okay, we have to
strung
ask.
along.
Yeah,
Let's talk about that.
Let's
Samael
talk about that
is
because it's
toast.
hilarious.
I mean, we have to like watch
Yeah.
it. So if you don't want to watch
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
like
Close your eyes.
close your
Cover your face.
close your eyes. I liked how Moghedien, how like excited she was. She was like, I want to play. Like I got a plaything.
You can help me learn
yeah.
how to kill a Forsaken.
Yeah, right. There's this smile.
So extra.
It's so good.
I love her. I hate her. I love her.
Oh, yeah.
Long time
yeah.
no see. So
Can you imagine her playing with her daughter?
I'd have a shield on you. I could remove it.
The smile.
Get me out of here and we can work together. Take down the others one by one.
What I want is to figure out how to kill another of the chosen. So yes, you can help me. Shall we play?
Shall we play? Wow. It's crazy.
And that tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the tongue, the smile. It's just.
Yeah, that's not the only time she does a tongue thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to the cave.
She's so good.
Let's go back to the cave. Here. We pick up later. Meanwhile, the Forsaken. This cave is like, anyone can come in. It's fine. There's a Forsaken there. Moghedien comes in. Lanfear, Raven. There's no guards. Or the guards are dead.
It really is something.
So is Samael toast? That's the
he's spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Toast.
Yeah, he's not toast. He's spaghetti.
Yeah, it's very interesting where they were going and what they ended up doing, and I wonder if there was choices made because of changes, or I don't know. It's really interesting, but in terms of long term, is this it? Is this with how book Samael is gone and then is gone, or is there going to be a transmigration aspect of the Forsaken, of the Chosen, that they're going to bring in to the show? Qual, I see you shaking your head there.
Not for Samael.
No, not for
him. Come on.
That's totally the. I'm going to end the poll here. Do you agree with the January redactions?
By the way, I feel redemption right here on this poll.
People are too generous. They're too generous. By
the way, I'm citing this poll for all future redactions. Poll citing is all I'm saying.
You gave it to them and you asked the poll. Like they feel like good right now.
No, what I'm saying is like this was their moment as a group to like be like, let's reject this so he can never use this against us in future redactions. Too bad.
As if it was going to change what you do, but yes.
That's true.
Omar, go ahead.
Samael's part on the show is always going to be short-lived. Sorry.
Is Samael going to be to come back via transmigration? That's the poll. Samael.
Can we talk about...
Say no, but he could. Ask. One of the answers should be no, but
yes.
But the show, but show transmigration exists or something.
Transmigration
does exist.
Is only for exists not for Samael, but not for Sammy. Okay, that's what I'm going with. Okay. Qual, were you
Can we
going to
talk
say
about the?
something? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I was gonna say,
Zool?
can we talk about the whole teacher aspect, because this was an Asmodean thing, that Lanfear was setting up Asmodean to be a teacher for Rand, and in this case, this is where we have Samael there, and Moiraine is in on it. And so, and then he's gone, he's dead. So we're not getting that teacher role from the one that Lanfear sent. So
correct.
Is this the controversy?
The controversy is they're not Samuel
that
dying, but the teacher part?
Yeah, that we won't get the teacher. We won't get that Asmodean role of the teacher.
How do you know we won't?
I mean, I think the way
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
is that
okay.
this is the way this reads at this point is she sent someone who she thought could be a teacher, maybe not the best teacher, but the only option for a teacher from the Forsaken, and now that's gone. So we're that part of the story is not happening the way it happened. Is this the controversy that Rafe was alluding to?
Yeah, I don't know if it might be, but I think the one way they can bring in Taim, right? And Taim does teach Rand stuff, right? In the books, and so if Taim is we know Taim exists, and Taim could be Demandred, so they could almost like if they or if Taim is Demandred, Taim is the Forsaken, Demandred, Asmodean, whoever, they make him someone, and then he just stays with Rand as a teacher. And I don't think we'll question things too much if he teaches Rand certain things and he gets the rest from Lews Therin. Like right now, Rand has not had a teacher and he's done some pretty cool things. So like in the books, it's even more. And right now in the show, if he somehow learns new things on his own and he's taught some basic things by Taim, I think it could work. Kind of work. Qual, you were like you just don't want Demandred or Taim. You want the 8 Forsaken to be someone else. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's on the nose. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's better for Taim to be Taim, and we get to understand how someone becomes a Forsaken. Right?
Okay.
I think that's more important. There's the fun thing about bringing back the Taim and Dread thing, but no,
I'm trying to find this one article I saw earlier today that from Daniel Roman, and I only read the title of it. It says the Wheel of Time has already introduced another Forsaken, but hidden them in plain sight. Has anyone read this? And what this means? I'm actually looking at it like
no
now.
Is that Winter is Coming? Who's Daniel Roman?
No.
Yeah, he's Winter is Coming.
I think it references our interview with Rafe.
It did? With Rafe?
Yeah. It's talking about an interview with Rafe. Yeah.
I can't hear anyone.
I like how you're like, really? I like
a second.
I like
Hello.
I like how Honest is like Honest is like, what is this? Who said this? And it's like, oh, it was in our interview.
I even looked at it. I'm like, hey, maybe there's like it said this is literally one of the questions put directly to him by Innkeeper Matt Hatch was, are there other Forsaken in the season, but they're going to remain unmasked? And his answer is, I mean, you know that there are. And I'm like, I've been thinking of this whole time. And I'm like, maybe we finally got an answer. But the fact, is the audio okay now? Audio's better. Yeah. It somehow it changed. I know what happened here. Let me fix that so it doesn't happen again.
Press the button.
It shouldn't happen again. No, maybe it happened again. Sorry. It shouldn't happen. Okay. It should be okay now. It's just because I was on my phone and it like wanted to take over audio. So I guess the question is there, like, I don't think they've talked about the last Forsaken, but in terms of choices of where they can go for that last person to be the teacher. I mean, if we're talking about the teacher question that Zul that you brought up, Omar, do you think does Rand need a teacher, and who could that be?
I think Rand needs a teacher, but I think the show can definitely make it so Rand doesn't need a teacher. It's really it's like in my mind, it's really that simple. If they want to get somebody, be it Taim, Demandred, or Asmodean, or anybody else to teach him, yeah, they can do that. But I honestly think he's done some things that are beyond what somebody who needs teaching. Like he seems to be aware of what he's doing and his power's growing, and the way, especially that it ended, we don't know if he stopped when Egwene told him to or not. But I just, like I said, I don't necessarily think that he really needs it. I think he graduated already.
So who's the eighth Forsaken then, Omar?
I don't know, Asmodean or Demandred, just one of the two. And again, I only say Asmodean is because of the guitar on one of the statues that we saw. Yes, it just makes sense to me. And two, the other thing, we don't necessarily have to bring Asmodean as the musician, weird guy who, spoiler, killed his mom. We can, he can be like a very, very powerful one who is just like, like screamo, rock guitar, really badass kind of person. So who knows?
In a metal band, yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, if he is taking on combined roles of Forsaken, if Asmodean comes in and he has, maybe some of Demandred's role, but in a better way, then anything can happen.
Yeah.
Asmodred.
That's the best thing about the show is anything can happen.
Yeah. I'm going to end this poll. Is Samuel going to come back via transmigration? About 47%. Transmigration exists not for Sammy, though. And no, only 12% Samael fans, or at least Cameron Jack fans, because actually it doesn't have to be Cameron Jack, right? It has to come back, and maybe that's how they're voting. It's like, we've gotten the best Samael we could get. Like, we don't need him again, is the way I would put it. I just want to make sure my audio is okay, because like it went weird. So like I want to be like, okay, let's make sure the audio is working, and like this is how we check. This is how we check. And this time
What's
we're
the count
on
now?
there.
Is this 5?
I lost count.
I think 5.
This is funny. He's like, no, like I made a mistake. Can I go back?
Oopsie.
What is your need?
He's like, it's been a very long time since I've sewed in a new face into my
it's like
my need is season 4 right now. So if you can give me that, please, I'll take it.
It's like
talk about getting out by the skin of your teeth.
Who's making that GIF or something? What is your need? And season 4, okay? Like, who's doing it? Somebody, please.
There's going to be many things that are going to come out of episode 8 that I've thought of. I just haven't had the time because I've either been live streaming, rewatching the episode, or live streaming, or like a little bit of work in between. I do see there's a caller. So I mean, that's really cool that I didn't put it up there, but they know how this works. So I'm glad you see that. We'll bring you in a little bit. Caller, I haven't gotten to you. Go. Yeah. What?
Sorry, no. If I saw people said that they knew where Lanfear portaled to. Did we ever match that?
Yeah,
Somebody said it was obvious.
It looks like Tarvalon.
Yeah, I saw. I'll show you what it looks like.
That's what I thought.
I want to see the comparison.
Okay, I'll show you. I found something.
I mean, it looked like it. I'm not saying it really is.
I didn't find an exact match, but a similar kind of look as this.
Like art.
Did that? Let me just fix that. That got zoomed in. There you go. let's go back. Yeah. So if you keep watching here, I don't know if I can pause it at the right point, but when she jumps over, look at the arches kind of perpendicular to the road, like there, those arches.
Okay. Uh-huh.
That looks very similar. So just keep.
Oh, now I have to go match it.
Of course you do.
And I don't know why people said that maybe she had lost her powers because she couldn't heal her neck. It was like
no, it was too fast. She like escaped.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I was like,
no, was that Lan's blade that they were using? She tried to heal her leg and she couldn't, but that was because of the blade, wasn't it?
Oh, she couldn't heal the leg?
She healed the leg.
I thought she healed the leg.
I thought she tried and she was surprised that it wasn't healing like it should have.
Okay. I don't know. I have to go back and look at that because
Okay, we're gonna go. So just Matt, look at that. Look at that. Do you see
like
what I'm talking about? In the right behind Alana's boots. Oh, here, this. You
I
can't
thought there was
see
a side. There was a side view there that was really good.
Yeah, you're like, can I get the better?
Yeah, if you can get me a screenshot of that side view.
This.
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can see the sign and the green. Oh, that is Tarvalon.
I got it right. That usually never happens.
That is the exact location.
No, wait, that's the exact location.
That's the exact location.
That's what I thought it was. That's what I thought. Okay, all right.
That is the exact location right there. Yeah.
Can you take a screenshot of like this?
Oh, give me the timestamp on that one.
No, just take it from like YouTube, like where you're watching. No, is it too bad? Yeah.
No, I just give me the timestamp.
The timestamp is 1338. 1338. Okay. 1338, and then let's go watch the Lanfear not healing or healing, like what happened there. So Omar, what were you saying there? That you think
I was saying I got something right finally.
No,
I was just really happy.
I thought of it like as soon as I saw it. I thought,
yeah. No, I that's what I thought. But I was. Are you asking about the healing or the?
Yes, the healing. Yeah.
Yeah. I could be wrong. I'm wrong half the time. But I thought she tried to heal her leg, and she was kind of surprised that it didn't work. Could be wrong.
Right.
But it'd be nice if I'm not wrong.
Here we go. Let's kind of watch.
Is this you? Like, I'll prove you wrong.
I thought I pretty much saw.
That's the voice.
Like, I know, like maybe a little bit about like wounds and healing, So I saw like a wound, and then I saw it like.
Oh, she did heal it, but she was kind of.
She did have a funny look on her face.
I did
have a funny look.
Oh, it did.
Like the blood went away, but I'm not sure if she looked like she was kind of surprised.
It
There
didn't.
was still a black line there. It
didn't.
didn't like seal over.
Oh, that's so.
But again, that's Lan's blade. That's what it's supposed to do, right?
By the way, Omar's like,
I mean,
was
it's
right
not
about two things.
Yeah, exactly. See, hey guys, can I drop off? I'm done.
That's funny. But no, you're right. That is not healed. I don't know why those interesting. Her weaves fell away. That's kind of how I thought of it. Her weaves just like dissipated, and that's what the blood. It seems like the blood, but it's actually the weaves just like not.
Yeah.
So it's funny. Omar's like, but yeah, that's what the blade is supposed to do, and I'm like, no, that's like not what it's supposed to do. But in the show, maybe that's what they're going for.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess now. That is the poll.
But in episode 1, isn't that what she sends him to go to the tower to get his blade?
They don't know that. They just think they know that.
No, they do, because the power wrought sword that Tam had that they used at the end of season 2 that killed Ishamael. They know that's the same kind of blade,
right? But Rand was
Rand's blade stabbed her, and she healed that.
Moiraine used it.
Yeah,
Moiraine used
so,
it.
So Tam's sword is power wrought, and when Moiraine stabbed her, did nothing. She healed, and then when Rand used the same sword but with the one power going into it, that's what I thought it was. That if you put the one power into it, maybe then it works. So the fact that Lan used it, go.
But then why did Moiraine tell him, hey, if things
she
go
did.
bad, go get the sword, because that's the magic sword that kills the magic lady, who
I
would
mean,
never die.
unreliable narrator, right? Moiraine's like, hey, Len, we will get the magic sword, but it's just more trying to.
I feel like
And
she
I
should have got
agree.
it. She should have got it earlier, like in season 2, because that would.
Yeah, exactly.
But we just saw that it worked.
Yeah.
I don't know if it worked now. Now I'm going back. The metaphysics are not metaphysicing. Yeah, there's a continuity error, because I feel like I've gone through this in my head before, and I said I don't think it works unless you get one power into it, because the Moiraine stab and everything should have killed her, but the true power healed.
Okay, way to stall. I got your comparison.
Yeah, thank you.
Good job.
You.
Good job.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Before you do that, I was just gonna actually show it play. So
well, if you just show this, it's better. But
I know, but
I'm just saying. But if I just put a lot of work into the comparison, I just feel like you should just show the image.
No,
just saying.
It's just weird.
Just saying.
But it's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know,
But this is what I want to see, like that.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Like the fact that she's on the ground, like that.
Oh, who do you think? Oh, what if she has to go to Grendel or Semiraj to hear?
Oh, Moghedien. That's what Moghedien looks up at the end.
Oh.
Moghedien's startled.
No, but they're in Tanchico.
Moghedien does look up at the end.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Maybe she's going to maybe she went to Tar-Valon, because one of the hidden Forsaken are in Tar-Valon, and that's where she gates to get healed.
Yeah,
and so
there is one hiding there.
Okay, so I like that's my new favorite theory.
Yeah.
Let's just.
Does she need a Forsaken to heal her, or could she go to Aviendha?
Okay, I'm just gonna watch this.
Well, there is a yellow. There is a yellow.
One of the yellow black cards
stayed in Tar-Valon.
I haven't watched this on the big television screen yet. I can't wait to do that.
She's like,
she did it again.
Hey Matt, not gonna lie, when I was watching that, I was worried for you.
I was. If you go watch my thing, I was leaning in, and I was just like this, because as soon as she got cut, and I was like this. And then she went to the gateway, and I leaned back, and I was like,
it was so funny, because I totally saw that range of emotion, but it was just like a lean in and a lean out. That's all it was. Did you send it to me? Where did you send it to me?
I did. It's on X DMs.
Okay. Oh, do you mind sending it on Discord? Just
Discord?
Just better. It's just better for me.
I didn't think X. Does X DMs? Do they?
If I download them, it doesn't come up as well.
Okay, it is there now.
Okay, yep,
it is there now. That's really funny.
Wow, I thought of that in the moment, and it's actually that's so funny.
So we have the question of who did she go to, but we also have the question who showed up in front of Moghedien.
Oh yes,
Semiraj.
Exactly. Yeah, if she went to Tar-Valon.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so good.
Yeah.
You can even see the red
good. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Exact.
All right.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, Matt's I made the comparison. I mean, you just put it together, but yes, thank you. Thank you for doing that. That's you should post that. You asked, there is a hidden Forsaken, but yeah, so let's watch that part with Moghedien. But what do you think is happening there? With respect to that, Omar, do you need to go now? Do you have a little bit of time?
No, I have a couple of minutes. Yeah. I have some time.
All right.
Innkeeper, I'll also give you the that's my reaction on the live video if you wanted to show it.
Okay.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, because I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it either yet.
Soul of fire, heart of stone.
Soul of fire.
In pride, he conquers, forcing the proud to yield.
Are you showing that what I just sent you?
He calls upon the mountains to kneel.
Say that again.
I was just what you were showing there.
No, I was showing the Moghedien. I was showing Moghedien looking
gotcha.
up. You know, like she clearly she's startled by something, and she looks up.
But she's still in Tanchico, isn't she?
Yes,
that's very.
So it's not Lanfear who shows up there.
I think it's got to be another Forsaken. I think.
Yeah, totally. Before Omar, you go. Here's Matt. In that moment, that you were worried about. So let's play this here. Okay.
By the way, for the record, I'm worried about him every time I watch it, not that first time. What would Matt think about what he's?
All right. Here we go. And
I'm in the far upper left corner, kind of where I am right now.
Yeah.
If you go back a little bit, I would go back.
To justify the Ishmael kill?
If you have to go back to right there, like 30. No, keep going forward. It's like 301.
There? Oh.
No, keep like two more.
There.
Yeah, start right there.
What? Is that to justify the Ishmael kill?
Oh, they're kind of like there's a held breath. The held breath is like
yeah.
That's pretty funny. I was like, well, it's just like I wasn't worried, and then I saw her get her neck sliced, and I was like, and I actually wasn't worried when I saw her get her neck sliced. Then Moiraine grabbed the sword to come at her again, and then I leaned in like this, like, are they gonna chop her head off with the sword? And then she jumped through the portal, and I was like, okay, that's good. It was pretty funny.
I know, right?
That's yes.
So was there somebody unmuted talking during the?
Yeah, we had it
unmuted. Yeah. We had some people that if you wanted to react, kind of like you could
I
mute
thought
yourself.
everybody was going to be muted. Yeah.
We went back and forth, and
Oh, that's no fun.
Lanfear, Natasha's acting there was there was like that utter like, oh my god, what is happening? Okay, Omar. Not that I want you to leave, but I just want to be sure that you're
me out. No, again, no. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, appreciate it.
I'll be watching. Awesome to see you, man.
Yeah, awesome to see you. And I mean, again, what series? Please follow them. The season is over, so like they're it in terms of like if you're news.
I'm sabbatical. I'm gonna take it's gonna be a sabbatical and a long gang sandwich together. But there's some work to do for the next month to try to get this damn thing renewed, and then we'll see.
Yeah. Thank you for everything you do, and we'll see you later.
All right.
All right.
Thank you for having me. Good to see you all.
Of course.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care. Bye. Okay. We do have this caller who has been waiting for a little while. Let's bring them in and chat with them and see what they have to say. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. Who's this?
Hi, this is Blake.
Blake. We're at the end of the season, and I feel like we've this morning and now been very haphazard about it. Other than the consistency of watching the Finns tonight. So we had that. So how do you feel? We're at the we've been through it. We've been through the whole season. Crazy 6 weeks. How are you feeling?
Oh gosh, I really enjoyed this last episode. And there's so much that I want to talk to you guys about, but I don't want to capitalize on your all's time. So I'm going to try and be pulled back a little bit there.
Okay.
But I really like this episode a lot. I think it's probably the best one of the season. Probably, yeah. I think I'd go with that.
Yeah, there's aspects of this episode that when you watch again and again, you get more out of because it is so fast paced. and you're like, I'm still focused on Nynaeve because we haven't talked about Nynaeve, and you
That's
just
one
get
of the
moved
things
on.
I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just realized, like there's so many awesome things that happen, right? And you're like, oh, the Nynaeve
Yes.
thing happened maybe halfway through the episode, and that was the end of Tanchiko. So yeah, what did you have to say about that moment?
So like I have been someone who I have kind of to myself been lamenting about like all these changes that have been happening, and I haven't really liked them in regards to like from book to television changes, right? But then I was like, if they're doing these changes, we have to get Nynaeve getting rid of her block before book 7. Like that has to be something that we do. And then like as I was thinking that, I hear her and Leandrin show up in front of the water, and I'm like, wait, is this it? This has to be it.
Yeah.
So like it didn't tell us for sure, right? But like that's definitely her getting rid of her block, right? Like that's what that was.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Be.
Yeah, Rafe in his
Absolutely.
Q&A confirmed it too. He was like, I think he said,
Okay,
sure,
okay.
looked like it or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
it was. I think it's fairly obvious based on the way he answered the
face.
question and the scene now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes me feel good because I was like, wait, we don't know for sure. I sure hope it is.
Yep.
But yeah. So
Yeah.
like no, I was like with all these changes, they have to be doing this one sooner than they did in the books. And that's one of the changes I'm actually happy about.
Yeah. I've always been like not confused, but like how the mechanics of the block with the one power and how it happens and how Nynaeve actually gets over it and the way they've done it. I think there is room for interpretation in there. But there is this acceptance part that I liked people brought up this morning of like when she accepted some of the things that had happened to her that had led her to that place and finally being like, yes, I can do this. And was able to get over
Let
that
go.
block. Yeah.
Well, and that's something that
go ahead.
Something I feel like they have a problem with the show versus like adapting to the show from the books is that like there's a lot of internal dialogue in the books that happens, right? So like we talk about like the Aes Sedai are supposed to be these serene, almost kind of monotone people on the outside that are like, very one note on the outside, but there's a lot of internal like dialogue that we get, and so we start to see the different aspects of the individual Aes Sedai, right? And so that's something that like whenever I would read that Nynaeve overcoming her block in the books, there was a lot of internal stuff, and I felt like they really showed the internal aspect of that way better than I thought they could. And so that's something that I really appreciated about it.
Yeah, I think the fact that they made it. I think the last time she channeled was people were talking about in chat that is probably when she was in that moment when she came out of the arches. I don't think, and maybe once with the collar with Rima at the end of season 2. But like the one time she like channeled like really strongly was that. The fact that they linked it to that it totally it's really cool that they did that. What other aspect did you have thoughts about or maybe we haven't talked about?
So there's one thing I called in last year for the finale last year, and I made some offhanded comment about, they're probably going to have to still males with 8 channelers. And Innkeeper Hatch actually put a poll up after this. It was like, did they just control F13 and replace everything with 8? And I think this episode gave us the definitive answer that yes, that's what they did.
Yeah. I think they've as the seasons have progressed, they're like, yeah, I think we're doing 8. 8 seems to be the thing, and now they're like, "Yep, 8 is it. Eight's the number." Like I think they like they gave themselves room to maneuver a little bit, and now I think like, yeah, I think this makes sense to stick to that, which is again, numbers are like important only because RJ chose like 13 and 13, like with the whole has connotations, but like 8 is totally fine. And some of the Forsaken we don't miss, so that's okay too. Yeah, Blake, it's awesome that you called last year and you've called, you called again this year. We are going to move on to Rand. I feel like we haven't talked about Rand, and we did talk about a little bit about Rand. But I want to focus on that moment with Moiraine, and then the moment where he actually goes down and talks to the Aiel. So yeah.
Is there a chance I could ask you guys one more question?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lanfear, have we seen her channel before this episode?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. So, but did it show up as black, like the black kind of gooey stuff, and when she had channeled before? Because I don't remember that, and I thought that was different this episode. And if it was, I was wondering if is she using the true power? Because I thought they established last week she couldn't heal herself.
So I know, Zul, you want to answer, but Matt, do you want to answer this first? Or is it okay.
Come on.
Yeah. Like
come on, Matt.
I'm trying to think have they shown us like her? I mean, other than like the season 2 episode 5 where you saw that
or the boom boom boom.
The
healing
episode, the
like
healing.
You're like
seen
channeling the true power.
Have we seen like the one power? No, I mean, if we've seen the one power ever around her.
Oh yeah, like when she blew up Kyrian, like Forget.
Yeah.
She was on her hands.
Oh, it was on her hands. You're right.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the
when she did the spin off the head. There's so many.
Yeah, she chopped a guy's head. She blew.
I haven't watched season 2 in a while. I couldn't remember the.
I mean, this is the moment. Just remember that Innkeeper Hatch was like, "Can Lanfear channel the one power like that? Like actually,
it's not can she? Have they shown us the actual weaves? So yes.
Blake, thank you for that question.
Have in her eyes.
That was a good question. Thank you, Blake.
The only time we've seen the black was when she healed herself.
Because I really thought that they had told us last week that they couldn't heal themselves with the one power when Alana was hurt.
Right.
It was the true power.
Yeah, I think the true power. They've showed it.
It was
in
the true power.
Episode
her eyes filled
5.
with Sar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Last in season 2, episode 5, they showed that the black kind of covered her and healed her, and she got back up. I don't think we saw it again until this episode. Yeah, and we don't know if that's that's a thing in the books. I don't think true power can heal you, but we don't know. We don't know if it can't too. I think.
And in season 2, she only had little bits of Sar, and this time her eyes were black. She had so much Sar.
Yeah.
It's
kind of going crazy. Yeah. Blake, thank you so much for calling in. And hopefully next year, maybe too early, but the year after when season 4 comes out and there is a finale, call in then. And I mean, call in before that too, obviously, but like in terms of, hearing from you on the finale, that's great. We're going to be here for a little while longer. I know Innkeeper Hatch has to step away, but we're going to talk about Rand.
Keep listening for sure.
Yeah. All right. Awesome to talk to you, and we'll see you in chat. Take care. So yeah, it's kind of cool that Innkeeper Hatch is like, hey, can Lanfear like have they showed the one power? That's pretty cool.
He just looks at Lanfear, not her channeling.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been, like I said, this is the end of 4 of the streams. The 5th is Sunday. Looking forward to that. And like I said, we're trying to work on a stream for next Wednesday to have VFX for the show back with us talking before we go to JordanCon. So, but yeah, no, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has I mean, thank you to you two and you, Innkeeper, of course, but thank you to Zool and Koala for being mods at the Dusty Wheel. This is such a busy time for everyone, fans alike and everyone that helps out and jumps on live streams. Like, I know as much as I was teasing people about staying up and like, come on, you can do it. It's a lot during the week to take off time, and our families are very supportive, but at times, obviously, this like becomes a full-time thing for us, especially around the season. So yeah, to everybody who has been like here at the Dusty Wheel, to all their families that have supported them, and their loved ones that are like, what are you doing? And why are you doing a live watch at this time? And why do you have to go see 4 live streams in one day? Like, I don't understand. And why are you staying up for 12 hours listening to these people? And why are you zooming into window panes and floor tiles and like why are you laughing randomly? This stuff doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I really appreciate like that kind of hardcore fan freak in you all is what makes it fun to keep doing, right?
Yeah.
Like, and so it is. We say this all the time, like we should do more like taped things, because then we could share like more of our ideas, and like we have so many ideas of like, we're gonna tape this and record something and do a quick video, and then we're always like, no, let's just go live. That's how it's just fun that way. We can't do anything about that. So we really appreciate that you share this obsession with us of just like having live conversations about the Wheel of Time. For the callers that call in and the people that stick around to like the videos and comment, like, we really do appreciate it, because we know that this is kind of an aberration of like YouTube. Like, YouTube wasn't meant for live streaming. It's just not a live streaming platform, even though we use it for that. And so we just really appreciate like you putting up with us and teasing us and having fun when we redact interviews and like
don't
giving
normalize
into
it.
my obsession with land fear.
But it was great staying up to 5 a.m. and my family was not surprised at all. Yeah, that's funny. Like, like I've been doing so many of these, and like, my wife was like, I showed her the Rand interview, and she's seen like enough. She remembers enough. She remembers Josha. And she's like, oh, okay. She like had a very little bit of like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, that's funny that you recognize that. Yeah, I'm like,
by the Ashlyn Twitch is better for live streams. It is a really funny note that we were about a year into the channel when we were like, oh, we should have done this on Twitch, but we had already had a following enough that we were like, let's not switch now, because it'd be really hard to get like people to come over to Twitch and do this.
We used to go live.
Like, we used to go live to Twitch too. Yeah, but no, there's a mirror world out there where we are like Dusty Wheel on Twitch, and which would have been better for the live stream. But even they were like gaming live streams. It wasn't really just kind of like casual live streaming or hobby live streaming. So, but anyways, I just want to the stream isn't over. Everybody don't leave. Stick around. I just got to go. My family are like, okay, 4 live streams. Cool. Can you like come do some family stuff? And I'm like, yes, I need to like go help my son. And so, yes, just thank you for sticking around and being part of this. And I can't wait to see you all on Sunday when we talk to Addison and Brandon. It's going to be a blast. So,
oh, yeah.
All right. See
Have a good one, all. See ya.
Bye. Yeah, I think the fact that let me move Zool there. There you go. That looks better. Yeah, it was funny. Like, I used to go live on Twitch, I feel like, for a while, and this one time I asked Matt, like, there's like one viewer sometimes that shows up on Twitch, and this one time I was like, I think they're a bot, and I interacted with them, and it was a bot. So I was like, we're not doing it anymore. Like, there's no point in doing this anymore. No. So we're like, for a little while, it's like, well, at least if one person is showing up, like, maybe that's what they like to do. So why not? Like, it's not like there's just one click. And then I was like, maybe not. It's not worth it anymore. So yeah, let's. I wanted to jump to Rand, because I feel like we didn't spend too much time this morning, and now, and also because like Rand, not that he was underwhelming, but there were so many other cool things happening that his was not as because I think he had that moment, big moments in 4 and 6. So yeah, I wanted to watch that scene with Moiraine and that happens after the scene that we're looking at. So let's watch that whole scene and get your thoughts. And I do see a couple calls.
I teared
Sarah,
up.
yeah, no, for sure.
Absolutely.
We'll bring in our two callers. Probably go another. I'm thinking 20 minutes, and then call it a night. All right, let's enjoy this.
You were right to come here.
Wow,
This
he
is a
jumped.
nation of warriors. This is an army that can take the Stone of Tyr. Even the Forsaken will fall against 100,000 spears.
They're not mine yet.
They won't be. I'm sorry I didn't know sooner that this was the right thing to do.
It was you, wasn't it? With Lanfear. The Forsaken attack in Tavalon. The mirrors, the axe, the cards, everything.
It was.
To separate me from the others so you could control me.
Yes.
And you knew, didn't you? What Lanfear was doing to Egwene in her dreams.
I suspected. I hoped it would drive you two apart.
Me and Egwene. Or me and Lanfear.
Both.
It worked.
I know.
The funny thing is, it's been a while since we left the theorize. And all this time, the only person who's always been there, who's never left me, is you. And it's not because you want to use me, it's because you want me to succeed. The only thing that matters to you is that I win the last battle.
Oh, don't confuse yourself, Rand. I've been the knife at your throat since this began. I have been ready to kill you if you chose the dark or if you lost your mind. I don't want you to get to the last battle unless I know you can win it for the light.
Exactly. You want what I want. You're the only one who does. Thank you. I'm here because of you. I see that now.
I won't be here forever.
I know. And I won't either, but I want you to stand on my side until then.
No. Today you bring the Aiel under your control. Alone. No Aes Sedai strings at your back.
What will you do?
I'm going to protect you from Lanfear. Or die trying.
Just that?
Good luck. Rand al'Thor.
You too.
Sorry, I'm laughing. The only reason I'm laughing is I was watching, and this was not why I was laughing, but I was watching Koala and Zool, like, you know, like being emotional. So, and again, not why I was laughing, but this is what made Emma was like, cool, I guess I'll cry again. It's just like, but yeah, it's the part, you know, like, it's like so much honesty. People have talked about that in chat, but the fact that like it leads all the way up to Rand saying thank you, and more like Moiraine, like, oh, Rosamund's acting there is wow. So yeah, I wanted to, you know, there's so many things to dig into there, but the fact that she was, I think Shamsune said this, right? This is the most like non-Aes Sedai Moiraine has ever been. Like, yes, no, like straight answers. There's no, like, it's really the pre-Ruidian chat is like tell me, like, you like tell it to me straight, and she didn't, and Rand was like did, like, kind of got pushed away, and this was more the yeah, no, like, I'm not going to do that anymore. Was that like kind of like other than the emotional part of this, Zul, like what like stood out in terms of this conversation that they had. And people talk about how maybe we haven't had anything like this in the books at this point, but the fact that they got to this point in the show, how do you think it like? How did it feel in the moment?
I thought it was absolutely perfect, and for both of their arcs, because there's been this, struggle for control, giving up control, taking control, and then acceptance of the other person's role and their own autonomy and that kind of. So for him to be able to look at what she did and respect it, and then say thank you and see it for what it really was, and for her to get to the point where, yeah, I'm not going to obfuscate anymore. I'm going to be completely honest with you. And you are at the point where I have to say, no, I'm not going to try to control you. You need to stand on your own today. And I'm going to do, the only thing I can do for you today, and potentially die. She knows she's at that point. And, it's kind of sad that they have to get to the point where she thinks she's going to die for them to have this coming together. But you do have to have this Gandalf figure step back in order for the hero to step forward and take on more responsibility. You have to have this moment. And this is where the season was going the entire time. And I knew that from that first conversation where he's being a little brat, in Tar Valon, and he's like,
you don't tell me
talking
what to
about
do.
Prophecies.
Yeah.
You're not my mom. You don't tell me what to do. Like, basically. So I knew this is where it was heading, and I just thought it was absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
What'd you think, Koala?
Yeah. Before I get your thoughts, Max, I think the scene is already showing a Rand who's forgetting the values he needs to truly win. He's basically praising Moiraine for being as hard as he's beginning to be, and Josha kind of spoke to that in talking with us. He was like, he was talking about prophecies, and he's just being like, and he went to Rhuidean and Alcera, and now he's like, yeah, like this is serious. Like, sure, I thought I understood it, and he says that, like, I know enough, I understand enough to know. What does he say to Aviendha? I understand enough to know I will never
that I'll
understand.
never understand.
Yeah,
completely,
and
or
it's
something.
it's something. The fact that he's recognizing how big this is, and how he needs to be, and how Moiraine is the only one who wants what he wants. Right, Koala? Like, it's that final like acceptance that this person has been trying to do it in a way that I didn't agree with, but I didn't understand that is the way to do it. Do you think Moiraine, that was it? Moiraine is gonna go die after this.
Yeah, I thought that Moiraine was going to be perceived as dead by the end of this season. The way she has been working so hard to come to terms with her death as being inevitable has really changed how she always felt she had to control Rand. So it was just beautiful that she didn't just let it go, but she laid everything out for him, and was finally honest with him. And I really appreciated that, because we have all trusted Moiraine, and show watchers, a lot of like my friends that are show only watchers don't trust Moiraine. And this scene is just going to rock those people, because we've always known that we could trust her, even when she makes bad decisions. There's a difference between making bad decisions and not being trustworthy. And so it was beautiful, but I think Max made a really good point about where Rand was at, and I think that this was another thing that just clenched him down a bit harder, that, a bit more stone after having that conversation, and him for the very first time going, "Come with me."
Right. Yeah.
And she
Be
says
next
no.
to me. Yeah, exactly. It's so yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
saw this and I
Yeah.
got like let's hope we can see a window through the gateway. Which gateway? With the Lanfear one, because we figured out where that is.
We've done that.
We did that already. But yeah, it's so cool. That conversation is again, it's not channeling to get water, to parting the sea. It's not the Finn, but it's probably emotionally the strongest beat in that episode. We've had this couple callers kind of waiting. I'll bring one of them in and
Yes.
see what they have to say. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. Who's this?
Innkeeper and us, as always, I raise my glass to you, sir.
Norm.
No.
And ladies, hello. I raise my glass to you as well, and everyone in chat. What's up?
No, we've done it. We're at another season's end.
Oh no, I lost you guys.
Oh, hello. Can you hear us?
We've got you.
Norm,
I think I lost you guys.
No, Norm, you're with us.
Yeah,
Oh no,
we hear you.
Norm, we've
Norm.
got
It's like this is. I'm going to keep Norm here. Oh no, Norm went away. Norm, when you listen to us. Oh, there. Norm's back. I think Norm's back. Norm, we could hear you. Hello. Nope, he's gone again.
Oh no.
All right.
Little bubble of evil.
I just like I feel like I have to pull. I'm going to end this poll here. There's a hidden Forsaken Travelon where Lanfear goes to get healed. 72% of people are saying
that was
yes.
a long time ago.
I like. Will we be able to hear Norm?
Oh no.
Yes or no. I don't see the call show up again, but I'm hoping we do. So Norm, if you're listening to us, it must be some tech problems, or we're gonna wait. Let's while we wait, I'm gonna bring in our other caller who's been waiting for. Oh, actually, no, wait. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure it's not on my end, but let me just make sure I do this and make sure that looks okay. Yep, it looks okay. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. Who's this?
This is Wheel Weaver or Invoke Dream Awakening on
Wheelie yes.
Hi.
I'm trying to think. I feel like we've heard your voice. You called in the last few weeks. Welcome again. Again, yeah, we're at the end of the season. We're talking Rand right now. Was there something specific in your mind that made you call in, or is it kind of more you want to talk about episode 8 or season 3 in general?
I mean, it just has been a pleasure actually to get this whole season in general. And I just wanted to call in and say thanks to you guys for holding this down the whole time, for all of us to enjoy it together. That's been awesome. And I don't know, a couple things about where Rand's at right now. I think people were asking, I think you had a poll about who the person was, in the end, and if Rand had lost himself to lose Theron in that moment in the very, very end of the episode.
Yeah.
And I just feel like in that moment, really what you're talking about with him with Moiraine and that whole conversation you had with Moiraine, I feel like in the very last moment, even though he has, like, he's gone through trauma and he's gone through all of this stuff, and the way he's hardened himself isn't necessarily a good thing. I think we're seeing like somebody who's more clear about what it is that he actually needs to do than ever before.
Right.
Like, it's not that Laudering is taking over, it's that, or it's not a question of Laudering or Rand. It's the moment where he actually realizes what it means to be the dragon and like totally accepts it.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
steps up into it.
he
And
says,
like,
right,
wow.
this is what I was meant to do, right? He looks up before he does that. So yeah, I totally agree
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
And it's like sobering, but it's also like, you know, I feel like that's what you're seeing in his eyes. Like, he knows what he needs to do. And Rand, he's like cutting off Rand to be able to do it. But yeah, it's intense and beautiful, all of it was. And then also the whole thing, I had rewatched Lanfear's The Healing. And one thing I didn't hear anyone bring up is, okay, so if only the Saw can heal, and that is a gift bestowed by the Dark One, in the dream where Rand confronts Lanfear, at some point he says, "You want to take down the Dark One." He says that to her in the dream. So is the fact that she can't use the Saw, like, the Dark One taking that away from her?
So I feel like she
heal
used the
herself?
saw. I feel like she used the saw to fight. She was using it in the dream when he says you're a monster. So if it was the case that her protection or her healing from the saw and the dark one is gone, then the other stuff should be gone too. Again, the mechanics and the metaphysics of how this works is in the show is not clear. But I thought it was more, even though I like it less, maybe it was more that the blade wound was something she couldn't heal right away. But yeah, that's a good poll question that I'll put here is the lack of healing because of the dark one not allowing it, or because of the blade? I think is that kind of what you're getting at?
Good question.
Yeah, basically because, you know, just barely before there'd been a whole conversation about her wanting to take down the Dark One.
Right.
And even if she still has the Saw, maybe the fact that she could heal herself, which is bestowed by the Dark One, could be something that he like removed from her ability to do.
Yeah, that's a really good insight there, and I feel like we talked about it, but we didn't really like put it together to like why she can't heal. So I'll definitely put that up to a poll. I'm like caught, like I'm like, should I say Wheel Weaver or Invoke Dream? Like I'm like so like confused. I was gonna say Invoked Weaver, but I was like, that's not
Wheel
it.
Weaver is a lot.
Yeah.
Wheel Weaver is a lot easier.
Yes, that is so true.
Awakening, I guess.
Yeah.
You could just call me Ida because that's the abbreviated.
I feel like the third maybe made it harder to remember, but thank you so much for calling.
Weaver.
Yeah, Wheel Weaver. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's gonna make me remember it. Thank you, Sewell. Thank you so much for calling. It's always awesome to
thank you guys for everything.
Yeah, no, it's I echo
Thanks
pretty
for
much
calling.
everything Matt said. We talk not so not frequently, but from time to time it's like, hey, like will people show up, or like like are people like, do people care about this, like like 3 a.m. thing that we're doing, and then like people came and hung out on the screen and watched it. So it's like it's crazy. We're just happy to enjoy all of this with you guys, right? It's just awesome to do that. So yeah, thank you for calling in, and thank you for being a part of all of this. And
yeah, thanks again so much.
of course, yeah, you're welcome. All right, take care, and we'll see you in chat.
Until next time.
Of course, yeah. All right. So I polled this. I'm gonna put that up to the poll. Will we be able to hear Norm? I'm gonna end this poll. It's about 66% saying yes. Hey, you've little faith. A third saying no. It's I'm gonna put that poll about Lanfear and her healing, but let's see if Norm is around. Is Norm around?
Hello, great Innkeeper. I'm sorry I lost you in the shuffle of Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Norm is back. We could hear you. I feel like there was probably some bubble of evil that happened. Hey, we're back at the end. And 3 years, 6 years into this craziness, 3 seasons in. How you doing today, man?
I am tired, but it's a good tired.
I hear you. So what were you thinking? Have you been listening this whole time? Was there something that caught your you're like, hey, yeah, I want to talk about that, or something maybe we didn't bring up at all?
There are a couple of things. There is one. Okay, well, we'll start with Rand since we just ended off with Rand.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody else catch the nice little Paul Atreides parallel there at the end, giving his Dune moment there in the Al-Qaedar scene? Because I know I did. All I can hear is a whole bunch of and stuff yelling, Muad'Dib, Muad'Dib. That's all I'm waiting for. So
yeah, I mean, I don't recall if they actually go on one knee in the books. They don't, right? That doesn't happen. But like the fact that they're yeah, there was I mean, RJ said there's no Dune influence here, but yes, a desert with a group of warriors. Yeah, there's definitely even if there wasn't intentional, it was there. People will think of that, I would have liked it if not liked it. I think I would have thought of it more if he actually like cheered them on with had made them like chant something. But you're right, yeah, it definitely was there.
But if you remember, though, in the original '84 movie, though, with the rain at the end, when Paul put on the Emperor's robe, that's the parallel I'm talking about, with the rain coming at the end and stuff when Rand did his one power hoo-ha. So
yeah, I like Dune influence everything. Frabru is saying in chat. That is probably true. So Rand, what other beats did you want to touch on?
Well, there is still my little small beef that I have with the Matt storyline.
Okay.
I mean, I'm glad that they finally put it up. I'm glad that they have expanded it. However, I am now wondering when we are going to get the rest of the Matt storyline and how that's going to fit. I mean, is there going to be a second doorway? Does that mean you have to go back to Tar Valon? I mean, I don't know. I mean, does that mean now they're going to take those terangreals that are in the Penance Palace and take them to Tyr next year, since that's what pretty much all of this is gearing towards? So does that mean that the Shido, instead of going to Kyrian, they're going to go to Tyr? And so that Kyrian storyline is going to now be in Tyr. I'm waiting for that. If that's going to happen, I don't know. Because, okay, I understand as book readers, we have our headcanon and we know exactly what's going to happen because we read these books ad nauseum. Well, not ad nauseum, but you know what I mean. Yeah. We've read these books backwards and forwards already. However, watching it just as a TV show, I get what they've done. I enjoyed what they have done because, watching it for a television, it's like, oh, cool, they did this. Oh, cool, they did that. But now I'm sitting there as a TV show watcher saying, what? But what about, and then what about, and so I'm left wanting. And when, of course, Amazon is having its own real life political turmoil of getting rid of their president and buying MGM and all the other real world phenomenon that's been going on, I know this is probably going to get renewed, but because we still don't know that it's officially been renewed, I want more.
Yeah.
So,
I was going to ask.
Don't we all?
I was going to ask you, Norm. What is your need? Like, I know, like you said all of that. Like, what is your need?
What is your need?
What is my need? What is my need? Yes. But I want to know who the last Forsaken is, because now that what's his name is off the board. Samael is now off the board. Now he's off the board. So who's and that kills the whole Asmodean thing, because he was going to be combined with Asmodean apparently.
No,
so
we don't know that.
Who's the last?
We don't know that.
These are like Asmodean believers on the screen right now. They're like, don't dare touch our Asmodean. But yeah,
but take my Asmodean.
I still think the last Forsaken is going to be Demandred, because it only makes sense that they'll save him for the end. That's what I'm thinking. I hope they do not combine him with Taim. I really do.
I hope they do too.
I'm with you, Norm.
I want them to not stick it to RJ, but like kind of stick it to RJ. Be like, that's what it was. We're keeping it that way. Like that. I want that to happen.
Hey, you were talking about Matt a little bit. Some of Matt's. Look what I have. I have a red hand. I'm hoping we get that season 4.
Yeah, Rafe was asked this. I don't know if I have the exact, if someone has the exact, but someone asked about Matt and I think the Band of the Right Hand, and he said we have plans for it and a dice or something like that. And I think
a dice emoji.
Yeah, a dice emoji. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've done, just talk about Matt for a second. They've done.
That's why I wore this.
Yeah, the Moiraine episode in season 1. They did the Egwene episode in season 2. They've done the Perrin and Rand episode. It has to be like, season 4 has the Matt arc, it has the Matt episode, the Luck, the Band of the Red Hand, Couladin, like all of those things have to, like, how they do it, we don't know. But there's no doubt in my mind that they will. And probably like Nynaeve. Like, we need a Nynaeve. I mean, I guess maybe we had a half Nynaeve episode.
We had a Nynaeve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe there's more.
We had a Nynaeve one.
Yeah.
And we need a Min one.
Matt. Yeah. Min. Yeah, I think Zul, but in terms of the two of you, is there more, like, from what Norm is saying about, like have we gotten enough Matt this season, or still you're still like, I think I need more Matt?
Never enough Matt.
Okay.
Oh, well, considering the issues they had to deal with, I think taking Matt and putting him with the Tanchikro crew with Min, who we also needed more of, and giving him some breathing space. If he had been in Rand Shadow in the Waste, we wouldn't have had that. I think that this was the perfect thing for this. And if they're all on the boat headed back toward Tyr, then I still have hopes for him, blowing up the stone with some fireworks and stuff like that, I still have hopes for that. So it looks like a lot of stuff is going in towards Tyr. They said Saladar potentially in the Siuan's home on the river, like near there, which is Tyr, right? So looks like everybody, in order to go up the river to Camelin, you've got to stop at Tyr. That's where that river goes up to Camelin and Cairhien. Like that's where that river goes. And so it looks like everything is kind of headed towards Tyr. And so it's got really good setup here. And where they go for, if they go on from there to Camelin or Cairhien and the Band of the Red Hand is formed there, I don't know, but I think they've, getting the gang sort of back in the same area is a good thing.
Norm, we're gonna get more Matt. That's how we get it.
Can I just say one thing?
Go ahead.
Too much Matt is never enough.
Nice. Yeah, that's totally true. Norm, awesome to hear your voice. Did you have any other thoughts, questions to leave us with? We're coming towards the end of our show tonight.
I just want to say that can we all please give a slow clap to the actors, because Amazon and Rafe and the casting crew really outdid themselves with all of the people that they chose to play these roles. I mean, and the writing, of course, has something to do with it, but even the greatest writers aren't the greatest writers. You don't have the actors to pull it off. And just all of these people that were poo-pooing on who was playing Rand, who was playing Perrin, who was playing Nynaeve, and blah, 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 woo, 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 and all of these other, naysayers. Did they actually watch the show? Because these guys just were chef's kiss to acting. So I will raise my glass to them and just want to watch them reading the phone book, because that's just how good that they were.
Yes.
So
100%.
You guys have a great night. Have a happy Easter. So
awesome to hear. Awesome to hear your voice, Norm, and we'll catch you later. See ya. Bye. Yeah, the acting has just how far it's come, right? It's just crazy. I'm gonna put up the poll that I'm like, is it Ida? Is it which one should I use? That Wee Weaver asked us about. Why was Lanfear not able to heal herself? Dark One held back the saw, or is it power wrought blade wound? That's the reason. And maybe that's not the only reason, and there's a combination, but that's what I'm gonna do. Let's just watch this last scene with Rand and him making it rain. And where is it? Right here. Yes.
Oh, look at that.
She's dead. She's dead.
Rand of Thor is the Karakar!
And Egwene, what?
For the land is one with the dragon.
Yeah, it's just such a cool moment. No, the way they've set up that relationship with Egwene and Rand, it's so interesting, and like Donald, but is it Rand? Like, yes. I don't know how long you've been watching, but we asked this I don't know how many hours ago, and I don't even recall the. This is how long it's been going. I don't recall what it came out to be. Oh yes, Crystal. Yes,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
music. It's
Oh,
yeah, totally
Phenomenal.
It's yeah, just amazing
Yeah.
work.
And the voiceovers have been
so powerful.
very powerful.
Mm.
One
And
one
bringing
thing.
in those stuff from the very end of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now.
There's one other scene that I wanted to see before we said bye. This is again,
hit us
like,
with it.
Yeah, it's like this is so cool, right? Like we have to watch this.
Oh, but it's the fin, isn't it? It's the fin.
Oh come on.
No,
like,
good.
No.
Oh my god, we didn't even talk about this.
Not if I kill you first.
Let's find out what balefire does to people, yes?
No way!
Let's.
Whoa.
So this is what happens.
And Elaine.
If you
Elaine.
if you see balefire, if you like weave, not weave, but you make balefire happen, you may be confused for being someone else. That's like how much like an effect it has on your face. People will think you're people will think you're not who you are. So that's what happens.
Yeah.
I want to that was just cool, right? Like it's every time I watch it.
Yes.
I
I can't
like,
wait to see some show only people watch that and see
Yeah.
their reactions. 'Cause I
Oh,
haven't looked
yes.
I haven't watched them watch it yet.
Yeah, it's so
I
cool.
cannot wait.
So this is the one I wanted to come to from that. And I was like, am I just missing something here? What was the thinking behind having Elaine be the first one to use balefire? And Rafe was like, she's not. Watch carefully. And is that just because it's Jane? Or is it something else? Like what is
Oh, good question.
like what is she's not watch carefully? And I'm like, I don't think I have to watch carefully to see.
Jane used it first.
But it was
Jane used it.
Yeah,
just
it was
before she
obvious, and I don't think you have to watch carefully. Like,
Yeah.
like what is Rafe saying here? I don't understand it. Is it just like she's not because it's Jane? Did you not like notice it, or is there more to it? I don't think Did Samael use it in episode 6? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't see
No,
anything.
because we didn't have stuff like disappear and like go into moats. We didn't get
and
that.
that backwards and yeah,
Right,
and,
yeah, I mean,
the
the
way it undid everything.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything like
or the
that.
purple, yeah.
Right, the purple with the pink on the outside.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. Although my initial I think it's Samael from his hammer. Yeah, I don't
Doesn't look
know. It
like
doesn't look
that.
the same unless Sidene Balefire and Sidar Balefire are different. That would be weird. Or like Balefire can look different. So, good, Eliza. Sometimes it's the obvious answer.
Yeah.
Like what have you have you not met us or like
Exactly.
we're like, but what do you mean, Rafe? I watched carefully. Like I watched casually and I could tell it's Jane. But what do you mean watch carefully? It doesn't Elaine is the first because Jane did no longer it's just like that.
I thought that's where somebody was gonna go,
she did Jane using it.
It's people think it was
And
Samael
Jane
and
is
he
no
missed.
longer the first.
Maybe there's a different colored balefire.
Yeah.
That's an interesting Oh, this is I have to ask.
I don't vote.
Why was Lanfear not able to heal herself? And that pole power rod blade. Wow, really?
There you go.
72%.
What's the percentage?
There you go.
72%. Wow. I don't
Wow.
like it. I
Pretty
don't
strong.
like it. I don't
Alright.
like it because it didn't work. it didn't work in episode 4 of season 2. Like she got literally stabbed and cut, like her throat was cut. So,
well, like what were both of those with the? I know the one through the chest was the.
Are you
the one across here might have been.
Okay. We'll go watch it. We'll
but
go
was
watch
that a
it.
knife? But the one through the chest was definitely
we'll watch
the blade.
it. We'll watch it. We have
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go to
but
season
no,
2.
no, you're quite right. She went and then with a knife did the throat.
We'll go watch it. But yeah, that's so cool.
See, I don't remember if it was both the same or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's very Australian saying.
No.
Yeah. It's so interesting. Yeah, let's go watch that. That'd be an interesting thing.
Iron, instruments of music or devices for making light. What is that smell? Do you carry?
No, I don't have any of those things.
You did that just to get me back.
Where am I? What is your
And I've lost count.
Matrim Cawthon?
I love this actor. He's so good.
Oh yeah, I could watch this over and over.
What are you?
We have.
Yeah, true.
I am Eilfin. Speak of your need.
Eilfin, what I need is to stop getting bollocked about by every bloody magical force on this bloody planet! I'm sick of this one power!
There are memories racing through your mind. They are not yours. We can take them.
You can fix me.
Speak your last need.
What have you done? What have you just done? I know that smell. The fox den up by the old wisdom's house. It's always full up of dead things. My last need is I need to get the fuck out of here now!
Wise to ask leave-taking. Unwise to set no price, no terms. We will set the price.
The price?
What was asked will be given. The price will be paid.
What price?
It's just so good. If you
ring me out.
If you want to feel like what Matt does with Lanfear, this is it. Me with the fin, like that's the analogy here. This is what's happening.
Okay.
And I can finally do it. Like I can finally like talk about the fin when like you can't talk about the fin as much as Lanfear because Lanfear is like in every scene almost. Rain is like his neck. Like yeah, it's interesting. What was I gonna go look at? Oh yeah, Lanfear. That was thank you, Vashi. I saw Vashi said number 6. I mean, I had to get there, right? Like yes. And there's one other thing that I saw here. Thank you, Lightbody Fool, for the tip. Elaine used balefire. That's why. That's the answer. You know who used it first? It's Elaine, not Elaine. So let's go to, is it end of episode 4, right? Season 2, episode 4.
And Kira did post a picture of herself.
Oh yeah.
And then Elaine.
Yes, it's so like funny that like she had to wait till like the end
The very end, yeah.
to do that.
It was on Insta.
Yeah. All right.
What's happening?
Yep, knife.
But the other wound was
the blade. Oh yeah, but the
blade.
chest was blade.
Okay. Let's go back how she healed. How she healed from
that-
that.
Yep.
The next
Is that
episode.
episode 5?
Yeah, the
Yep.
start of the next
Yeah,
episode.
beginning of the next episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me find the next. There we go. Skip intro. I don't want to skip the intro, but I have to. Is it right away? Yeah, it's right away. Here. All right. Does the saw heal her chest wound? I guess is the question.
Technically, the true power.
It's
Right.
the true power.
Yeah.
Because the Sarah, the specks in her eyes.
Yeah.
But yes. And she got a hole in my chest.
We're like so academically watching
There's
this.
the Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes
So
into her.
much less
It's going.
Sarah
Yeah,
eyes.
it's going into her. Yeah, her chest is fine.
Yep.
And her clothes.
Yeah. Heals
Cleans
all.
up the blood too. There's no more.
Yeah, put all the blood back in.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Like,
See, I thought that there was an implication, maybe from Ishi, that Lanfear was special.
yeah, there was that. Yeah.
Having this, yeah.
There was.
And
Yeah.
so is that something that's been revoked? That one little clause.
Yeah. I think they'll talk about this and they'll explain this somehow. It might not, right at this moment, it might not make sense. But yeah, maybe we'll get
because
there.
it might pay off later.
Yeah, maybe we'll get there
Yeah.
later. I think that was it. I think we got through if not
We
all of
scratched
it.
the surface nicely.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, totally. I mean, did we watch Nynaeve, right? Did we not watch Nynaeve?
Yeah, with the block. Yeah,
we did. We did.
We
Okay,
watched
good.
like the
did.
the
Good.
water
Yeah.
explode
Good.
and
Perfect.
her
Yes.
come out.
Awesome. Okay, we did. We
One thing
good.
I loved with
Yeah.
that scene was how Leandrin waited, to see if
Is she coming
if
back
she
out?
had
Yeah,
done it.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Leandrin has tried to break her block,
Yeah.
and she didn't. She stood there,
Mm-hmm.
and you could almost see her like counting to 10 or something,
Yeah.
and going, "Nah, oh well,
Right.
there you go."
Yeah.
I still have
and-
questions about why did the crew even attempt to go after Leandrin to get the collar and bracelets back? Like, did they even attempt it? No, they just got on a boat and left. Did they attempt to go get the terangreal that were stolen from the tower? I mean, they know that
That's a good one.
They know that they've killed all but Leandrin, and potentially there might still be Chesma Emery, like she
Mhm.
might have just been knocked out.
Yeah.
So, and they know that Moghie's around. So, but they don't know where Moggie is. But they could, I need to
Yep, that's
know.
a good point. I know.
Hey, Amazon.
God, we need
Zool
more.
needs.
What
Zool
do
has
we
a
need?
need. Yeah, Zool has a need. She wants.
And then,
she needs
and then
to
what
know.
I need them to say is, I answer yes.
I answer yes.
That's what I need.
That would be the done.
Done.
Ah,
Yes.
nice. You wanted season 4? Done. Like that's the
Done. Yes.
uh,
Somebody tell Rafe that's how they have to announce it.
yeah, that is awesome. That is the perfect way to end tonight. Like Innkeeper Hatch said, we'll be back on Sunday with the wonderful folks from Everyday Negroes. I'm actually looking forward to their episode 8 reaction. That'd be a lot of fun and a lot of other reactions. So everyone here sticking
And
around,
catch up-
being Go
And
ahead.
catch our podcast.
Yes.
Delving the Chronicles.
Delving. I was
Delving
just
the
like Elaine called out delving, so that's
Yes, she
pretty
did.
cool. That's pretty cool.
Delving the Chronicles, full spoilers.
Yes. Definitely.
And I have
Dive
my
in
own
with
channel, Koala Sedai,
Yes.
where I've been doing reactions. And
You're the first time
you know,
show watcher, like not a reader, that you've done reactions with.
oh
as
yeah,
well?
yeah, and I do interviews with my show watcher friend and do breakdowns on things. Yeah, just whatever I can do.
Yeah, it's like just amazing the amount of stuff that comes together when you have a season like this. And yeah, we're at the end. We're gonna ride it high. If you're at JordanCon, I'll be there next week with Innkeeper Hatch. Just come say hi to us. We'll probably go live from there too. We decide. We'll decide on when we're there about that. We'll be back next Wednesday, hopefully with some VFX talk. And so like this video, put notifications for when we go live, leave a comment, and yeah, thank you for all your support, everyone coming here. Watching with us and just having fun. Season 3, it's just crazy that it's over. There's going to be some fun stuff in the next few weeks, and then hopefully some rest is what I'm hoping for. So yeah, thank you, the two of you, for being here. We're kind of late into the night, but yeah, it's so much fun to do all of this, and we'll catch you this weekend. And as we say around here, good night from the Dusty Wheel, and smash the black.
And smash to the redstone doorway.
Oh, wait. I've seen that arch before. Matt, wait!
A very long time.
Where am I?
Aviendha Gemari Selvin. What is your need?
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm not wearing one.
I see Naomi as something along the lines of a Shida Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Pair of baby face mounted on a huge body. So all of a sudden,
this is not just
it's like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi elements. And just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and
probably I would say put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no.
You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like.
Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ears, 11, 12. Ooh, I missed one. Okay, gotta start again. Maybe the noses. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is that like a tongue? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel.
You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like, this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
Sad.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shadar Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Will Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Harold, like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all of a sudden,
This is not just
like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi and elements. Just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and probably I would say put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no.
15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, it's less than 20. 18, I think. I think it's a.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like, this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
Sad.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shadar Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Will Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Harold, like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all of a sudden,
This is not just
like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi and elements. Just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and probably I would say put in.
So is that a kilt? It's like a kilt, and like how many belts is he wearing, or is it wearing? Like there's like at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 belts, and I wonder what the belts are made of. It's like and pretty tall, and they're like hooves, but not. It's kind of I want the BTS. Like we want the BTS. Like we need it.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like, this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
Sad.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shadar Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Will Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Harold, like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all
This
of
is
a
not
sudden,
just
like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi and elements. Just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and probably I would say put in 7.
I wonder how many teeth there are. I mean, you can see like they look all the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's so interesting the way that these teeth kind of work, almost like a Myrddraal kind of feel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like, this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
Sad.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shadar Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Will Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Harold, like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all of a
You went right to kill it. Look at you. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like, this is one
really
of the
well.
biggest scenes.
And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see,
those hands and those fingers there are. But like, what's the wrapping around the around the fingers? And oh, we didn't even talk about the actual daggers. Like there's
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like, this is one
really
of the
well.
biggest scenes.
And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
Sad.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shada Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Pair of like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all
This
of
is
a
not
sudden,
just
it's like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi and elements. Just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and probably I would say put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like, this is one
really
of the
well.
biggest scenes.
And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
Sad.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shada Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
pair of like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all of a sudden,
This is not just
it's
a
like, wow.
traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi and elements. Just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and probably I would say put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like, this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like, this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
sad.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shada Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that
Hey everybody,
I'm...
Come on.
You went right to kill it. Look at you. You're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
Sad.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shadar Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Will Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all of a sudden,
This is not just
like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi and elements. Just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and probably I would say put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no.
All right, you guys stuck around here. Thank you. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, like the Finns, I like them. All right, smash the like.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you. You're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
Sad.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shadar Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Will Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all
This
of
is
a
not
sudden,
just
like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi elements.
Done.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you. You're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
Sad.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shadar Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Will Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all
This
of
is
a
not
sudden,
just
like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi and
elements.
just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and probably I would say put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no.